podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Boxingwiz.com.
You need that fear.
All I'm trying to do is make a stand for something that I truly believe is right. I truly believe is right. I want to be like you. Come on, man. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the cash cow. I hold the record for pay-per-view. Me.
My job, I know my job, I know my situation. I want to fight. That's my
Dazn production.
check it, you know. This fight is gonna be very difficult for both of us.
Boxingwiz.com.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, joined alongside Michael Gross in Indiana. We are back with another one. There's been a lot of speculation and a lot of headlines as to how much money Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz will be making for their respected rematch December 7th on the Eastern Time, starting at 2:30 p.m. only on the Dazn app. If you do not have it, remember to use our link in the description box below. It costs you absolutely nothing, but you're making sure the TBV gets a little kickback and respect from Dazn as we giving you the link to, get it. So we have Forbes magazine being very detailed in their fight purse breakdown, and we have audio from Edward Hearn stating that the $85 million is greatly exaggerated. So much like our pay-per-view show earlier this week, we will continue to debunk the fakeness in boxing. So good morning to all. Good morning to all. It is fight week. We are excited. Let's get this thing going. We're going out to Indiana. Gross the boss.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
With a stamp, 2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss, 2 to stand over. Turn up. Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million. And I'm in.
Boxingwiz.com.
Let me check my PayPal. I might be at 60 million. What the fuck? God damn. Yo. What up? Good morning. And shout out to everybody out there in the TBV universe. The purses came out. Forbes that I seen. Joshua's supposedly making 60 million. We heard from other sources that could be 85 and this and that, but
Other sources? Come on, dog. Don't do that.
Other sources.
Don't
other
do that.
people,
A Twitter handle? A Twitter handle. Have you ever seen them at a fight? Do you know who they are? Do they got a face? Don't do that. You got me fucking up your intro.
This is back-to-back days. My intro get fucked up.
But yeah, because you
citing
citing Twitter
it.
handles.
And y'all just let's go.
Like, why do we do this? Why do we do this? You know, if we're YouTubers, let's be YouTubers. Why are we out here running with Twitter handles that just right? Like, they just right. Oh, Joshua's getting this. Let's believe it.
Did we ever run with it?
No, I'm speaking in general. But I'm slightly speaking to you because you like other sources. But name one source other than the Twitter handle.
I've seen other things. I don't think I said sources did. If I did, I apologize. But I've seen other numbers out there on different platforms, Twitter, whatever, Daily Mirror, whatever you want to call it. I've seen 85 million. Now I'm glad that we're getting a little bit more respectable source in Forbes, which I can see 60 million, you know what I'm saying, with the big site fee that was supposedly given to Joshua along with UK pay-per-view, along with Dazn paying Joshua too. So there is money out there to be made for Joshua and Andy. I'm glad to see both guys are getting paid, but $60 million for one fight is definitely like a lot of money without US pay-per-view included.
And let's be clear, Forbes made it abundantly clear that this is gross, not net. So this is before taxes. They still got to get their cut. This is before taxes. This is before Uncle Sam or whatever Sam you got in your country. You feel me?
Yeah,
now,
all purchases that get reported are before taxes, though, Ness.
huh?
I think all persons that get reported are before taxes. I don't think they take the taxes out then and say, hey, that's what they got. But
I'm just being clear. I'm just being clear that Forbes reported it is a gross number. But you know the beauty is, how does it work when you're overseas? Because I know you could just probably keep an offshore account, right, and then just like transfer a couple thousand as you need it, right? Like, or is there still an exchange rate when you transfer? Like, let's say they set up an account in Saudi. Could they just transfer like I do, like we do bank to bank here?
there ain't no tax in Saudi, so
According to the chat, or you Googled that?
nah, just according to what's going on in like Saudi area, like they don't tax people.
Really?
Yeah, you like when people go over there like for the army to work and things like that, they get all their money. You know what I'm saying? They do get taxed when they come back into the
United States.
yeah, the same thing that's probably gonna go for Joshua and things like that.
And that's what I'm saying. Whatever Uncle Sam they got, right? Like when you come back in, and that's why I said, is it better to just keep the money over there and like transfer, a certain amount, wire transfer? Like, all right, I need an extra 5,000. Boop, just take it from that offshore account, or it don't work that way.
Talking about rich people shit. I'm sure account. Why I don't know, bro. I'm sure I'm sure Joshua and Andy Ruiz got people in their accounts that those taxes and knows how to get Andy and Joshua the most money possible. You know what I'm saying? Without getting the fucking checks ripped in half. But
Damn.
I would
Yo,
be
is
smart to
working
leave
in
it.
Saudi Arabia tax-free? In short, foreigners working in Saudi Arabia are exempt from income tax, tax property tax, VAT, vehicle tax, inheritance or gift tax, license fees, etc. Damn, you just get a jolly old pass. You know what's funny though? This reminds me, you remember when I was a truck driver, the school that I went to always said that you get way more money in foreign countries, so I see.
Especially when you're American.
Is there
What-
withholding tax?
I don't know. What was your first reaction to this 60 million when you read it?
I mean, it's believable. If you got AJ coming to America to make 30, what he made for the Ruiz fight in New York?
I think 34, some around there.
Yeah, and
It's high
I'm gonna go ahead and say I thought the 85 could have been believable. Just needed a reliable source to credit it, or validate it. But we talking about Saudi Arabia. You know what I mean? What's being reported is 40 million that they got for site fee. That has nothing to do with endorsements, sponsorships. Again, all that's a little bit different. And maybe Eddie was, savvy enough to sit down with the prince and say, look, usually I get a check from Corona or Tecate, even though he doesn't use those liquors. What does Eddie use for Matchroom? We normally see that with Corona and Bob
I seen
Allen.
Hennessy with I seen Hennessy.
All right, so let's hypothetically say it's Hennessy if you're right. And he says, look, I get a check from Hennessy, but you guys don't do alcohol here, So maybe they wrote him that check too, because they just wanted to bring this event. You can tell they just wanted to bring a big time event. So maybe they wrote him all those sponsorship checks that he normally gets from other places, right? Like, I'm really wondering, I guess they'll just maybe have some mechanical apparatus or 2 strings, drop a ring card down the center, right? Like for us to know. Like, what are they going to do with the ring card girls? Not that I care, because I remember PBC took them. Some people do care. When PBC took the ring card girls and the ring walks, people did complain. But I wonder what they're going to do in that time. Maybe on television, they could just focus on the corners. But for
I didn't know that we wasn't going to have ring card girls and like that.
Oh, you think we will?
I mean, I seen.
And I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just saying, if they, their women are usually fully dressed.
I know I seen Michelle Joe Phelps down there. She wasn't fully dressed though. So I'm not trying to say that she's a ring card girl by any.
Yeah, but she wasn't wearing a bikini, was she?
No, but she had on regular clothes. But I just thought if you're in their custom, then you have to wear that. You know what I'm saying? With that woman.
No way. I don't think that it works like if you're not Muslim, you can't ask anybody to wear. Like I don't think so, bro.
Maybe I just watched too much Homeland.
Yeah, maybe. I don't look. I don't get me to accent. But I watched an Eddie Hearn interview with Coogan Cassius, and he further corroborated the Forbes article.
Obviously, one of the reasons why this fight is over here is the financial aspects of it. How accurate are the 85 million and 13 million respective purses for Joshua and Ruiz in this? How accurate is that?
Was that direct enough so that nothing
Yeah.
gets lost in translation? No, you know how some people like to say, well, he wasn't really talking about that. I mean, he said
Now
the.
look, you good. I don't want to talk about purses.
I don't really want to talk too much about purses. No, look, things always get exaggerated in the papers. Obviously,
Now, Mike, I don't know. Not everyone is sane, but is that enough confirmation? Obviously, things always get exaggerated in the media. Do we need to find the Webster's Dictionary definition for exaggeration, or
No,
or is it safe to say that he means the 85 million is an exaggerated number?
That's what I was thinking about when I listened to the interview yesterday. They was talking about the 85 that was being exaggerated in the media. But when he said, "I don't really want to talk about purses," kind of gave me a sneaky feeling that it's. I don't think it. No, look, I don't think it's 85 million because I just think that's way too much money for a fight. You know what I'm saying? But I could be wrong. But I just think that Eddie playing it close to the vest, man. Like I can give Forbes the credit for 60 million because I feel like they did their due diligence, maybe, you know what I'm saying? But and they're like a reputable source, you know what I'm saying? They're not like the Daily Mail over in the UK. They're not the Mirror. Forbes is pretty solid.
Yeah. You look, and they've also, kind of back check or fact check
Is
theirs.
Forbes in boxing now? 'Cause
They've
they
been,
got a pound for pound list. They got a
they've been doing boxing. They've been. I mean, it's a big publication. They've been doing boxing, just not as aggressively as a Boxing Scene or an ESPN, obviously, but they've always written articles. We've had our authors from Forbes on here quite a few times. Remember, Peter Kahn is a author on Forbes as well. I think we've had him on for his Pacquiao work. He does good Pacquiao articles. But if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button as Eddie Hearn has helped us debunk the $85 million purse for Anthony Joshua. But Mike, again, I'll say, I never thought it was far-fetched. I just didn't believe the source. I never thought 85 million was a number that Anthony Joshua could not attain. I always thought it was believable. We're talking about Saudi Arabia. I just want to go back to that, right? So we know he made what, 33 million in America, something like that?
Highest paid eight today was in America. It came to the Madison Square Garden, $34 million.
34 million in America. So, you asking him to go to another country, far out.
And real quick, so I'm sorry, Ness. Nino Brown is not 60 million pounds and not euros. The article made it clear that it was US dollars.
Yes, it is Forbes, right? It's not the Mirror or anything like that. They'll be dealing in dollars. But yeah, again, 34, I think like you taking your fight at a Saudi, regardless of what the Eddie Hearn fanboys and protectors might say, the country isn't listed as one of the most safest. So even for AJ, there has to be a little extra something to put this event on. Because if AJ says no, it doesn't matter what Ruiz says, right? It's an AJ show. He's still the A side. So, I think the 85 is believable, bro. I mean, with endorsements, Because that's what, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Forbes article said they did not include sponsorships or endorsements. And that's the information that they wouldn't have. Eddie will have that. AJ will have that. So, who knows what Under Armour is giving him to wear, whatever he's got to wear for this particular fight. Who knows what JD Sports is paying him? Who knows what, and that's just a few of the ones that.
Boss.
That's just a few of the ones that we know offhand. Like, we don't know his secret sponsorships. He's consistently posting something on his IG about paid sponsorship or paid, posts. So I think that, again, 85 million is believable. I'm going with the sourced number in 60, but if a good, credible source comes out later and says it was 85, I believe that too. This dude is big time boxing, and Canelo showed us that, right? First Floyd was the first one, $250-something million deal. Canelo 365. So for AJ to get 85 for one fight, 60 for one fight, it's not far-fetched. Again, if you think about it, you could find rumors of Ward and Cotto making $50 million to sign with Rock Nation. 80, 60 for AJ, it's believable. It's believable.
Now, what's evident about this purse, the 85 million or the 60 million, and I don't want people to take this the wrong way, but in my opinion, this is just my opinion, Eddie Hearn has made sure if Anthony Joshua loses, he doesn't have to be in the media light for some months, maybe even take a little year off, you know what I'm saying? Because that kind of payday, you know what I'm saying, leaves somebody comfortable and leaves somebody, in my opinion, leaves them with not a sense of accomplishment, but a sense of being satisfied, win or lose. You know what I'm saying? $60 million is a lot of money.
Nah, definitely, bro. Definitely. And that's why you gotta hope that this guy doesn't stop fighting, so that it could continue to be big time boxing globally. Like, I tell you, if he loses to Ruiz, I think that the rebuild of Anthony Joshua is still just as big as the reign of Anthony Joshua. That's just my opinion, but I still think people sell out the O2. How many is that, Mike? 20,000?
I think like 20,000 at
Okay.
the O2.
I don't see why wouldn't they. Listen, if he loses to Ruiz, everybody's going to pat him on the back. Oh, it's all right, big guy. You'll come back. And why wouldn't they support his Dave Allen return? Dave Allen's still picking Anthony Joshua to lose to Andy Ruiz again. He still is most notoriously known for telling him to move to, what he said, another island and never box again. He could come back with Dave Allen. Everybody know he's Poppy pay-per-view. So, boom, AJ, Poppy pay-per-view, come back. Next one, Chisora. You see Usyk can't punch to crack an egg. Usyk, like, who's not going to buy that comeback story?
A lot, man, look.
Ruiz has a tougher time. Just put that in your head and give me your thought. Who's got a tougher time rebuilding?
I don't think Ruiz got a tougher time. I think Ruiz is setting history for the rest of his life as the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world, you know what I'm saying? And if he goes out there and gives a great account of himself, I don't think Ruiz is going to suffer. Go ahead, Ness.
Oh, no, I was just making sure you knew after you were done. Go ahead, finish.
I don't think if Ruiz loses and give a good account of himself, I don't think that he's going to suffer any kind of backlash from the fans, because the fans, in part, they seem to love Ruiz, love his smile, love his jolly nature, and love his killer instinct when he gets in the ring. And if he goes out there and takes Joshua to the limit but loses a close fight on the cards, or is a drag-out war that both guys get knocked down but Joshua ends up winning, I think Ruiz probably will have an easier time of building than Joshua, because a lot of people are going to think Joshua is a fraud, but especially in America. In the UK, they'll get behind him, they're supporting. We see guys like David Price and Derek Chisora still getting support to this day. So I just think that it's easier for Ruiz than Joshua.
For me, I think that the difference, or the reason that I don't believe it would be an easier route for Andy Ruiz Jr. to come back, is because it's not believable. So AJ and all the AJ fans and protectors are going into this fight with, a lucky punch from the gods. It was a fluke. It wasn't my night. I wasn't paying attention to him because, like, what am I gonna get from beating Ruiz? Now everybody thinks he's okay, cool. So, like, we expect you to win. So if you win, you're back. But Ruiz, we never expected him to win. So his comeback trail to the top is less believable. Do you really think he's gonna lose to AJ and somehow beat Wilder? Is he going to beat Fury? Does Fury have a belt for him to become champion again? Like, that's what I'm saying is less believable. Is like his comeback to this top, to where he's at now, he's got a more difficult route. I think AJ could be given, like I said, Dave Allen and Derek Chisora and be back at this. Yo, Dave Allen, Derek Chisora, 2 top wins on pay-per-view UK, and the world is already, Adam, well, Anthony Joshua, do you think you're ready for Deontay Wilder now? Like, come on, bro, you know it. Like, they're going to build him right back up, whereas Ruiz, he don't have a stadium. He don't got 20,000 people ready to buy him versus Areola, or do you think that he does?
No, I agree, guy. I didn't know you was talking about getting back to the level of being a champion. You know what I'm saying? I thought you were just talking about the fanfare, still having that fanfare. I think Joshua probably will have an easier route to get back to the championship because Eddie Hearn has a lot of heavyweights over there that could be competing for a belt. But at the same time, I still think Ruiz has a good following and a good fan base to where even if he loses, he might be a bigger star than what he was, and he got 1 million+ followers on IG now. A lot of people follow you on IG because of the person you are. So let's just see if people stick around for him. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that Joshua, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If Joshua loses, what kind of losing back to back? You know what I'm saying, to a guy that you're supposed to beat does something to you, and I don't know if Joshua can truly bounce back from that. You know what I'm saying?
Now, you didn't ever answer. Could Ruiz lose to Joshua and Al Heyman and PBC? Because I was going to go with this other article from Multi-Channel that gave me so much pay-per-view information. I feel blessed to have stumbled across it. I didn't know, first of all, that, what is it, like Cox, Comcast, and whatever the other big C is, they all own 33% of In Demand. In Demand is basically the pay-per-view bully. It doesn't matter if you're Al or Bob, everyone has to go through In Demand. So this year's 5 pay-per-views, is it? Or 6 with the Crawford? They've all gone through In Demand. So I was going to go down that whole pay-per-view.
What is In Demand for those who don't know me?
I mean, in short, when you talk into your remote or you go to your television to purchase the on-demand, doesn't matter where you are, or not the on-demand. Well, yes, the on-demand content that your cable provider provides you, that's also through them. But the pay-per-view, it's theirs. So it's 3 of them. Let me see here.
They pretty much just buy the pay-per-views up front, and they distribute them through their cable. Okay. Now I've never heard of In Demand. You know what I'm saying? So
just think of In Demand, like I said, as pay-per-view in general.
The broker for it, pretty much.
Yes, it's Comcast. Let me see here.
Comcast, Cox, Warner Brothers.
Yes,
like that.
Comcast, Cox, and all right, In Demand owned by Comcast. What is this? Character Communications and Cox Communications have reached a multi-event distribution deal with Premier Boxing Champions, All Elite Wrestling that will provide at least 8 pay-per-views for cable. Now, this article basically is a horse's mouth article, right? The CEO, Dale Hopkins of In Demand, she basically says the pay-per-view model is still a good business and far from dead. They feel the exact opposite. They feel that because of ESPN Plus and DAZN, it's helped pay-per-view. They feel that the ESPN Plus and DAZN apps are giving the common boxing fan the ability to watch the development of fights and fighters that will later be pay-per-view stars. They're in the pay-per-view business. We're talking about Comcast, Cox Communications, and Character Communications, who own 33% each, Mike. So no one else got their hands on pay-per-view. They own all of it. They put on the the Manny Pacquiao, Adrian Broner. They did the Earl Spence, Mikey Garcia, the Terrence Crawford, Amir Khan, the Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, the Earl Spence, Sean Porter, and the Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz. And they put numbers out except for the Wilder Ortiz, which this article came out today. But it is, for In Demand, it's a deal that solidifies a lineup of marquee pay-per-view fights for 2020 that offer up revenue opportunities for affiliates. So again, even with all those pay-per-views they did in 2019, January 19th, March 16th, April 20th, July, September, and November. Damn, they really went heavy on that first quarter. January, March, and April. Holy shit. Even if you think, even though, at least July would be considered second half of the year because it's the 7th month, but wow, even that was back to back. It's like we skipped a month. January, skipped February, back at it March. Not even skipping on April. Skip May and June, back at it in July. Yeah, man. So again, to them, the model isn't dead, and they're ready to get up and running for next year. They've also got a deal that calls for AEW, which is like the All Network. They have been putting on fights for a while, kind of internationally or whatever, and they struck a deal with them as well.
The AEW is the Armed Forces Network, right?
They only given me, they didn't give me the acronym. They just gave me, okay. They gave me the acronym, not the definition. But AEW is what I thought was all where we once seen Frampton, I think, a couple years ago. But yeah, according to them, pay-per-view isn't dead. So to me, I'd rather it do die. I get it. For the fighter, it's like they get to feel this superstardom and this status, and they make a lot of money. But if we got rid of it universally, I think the fighters will still make the same money because these networks are projecting what. Obviously, you'll never know, right? Like if they just project your numbers, you'll never know could you have surpassed it. But yeah. This was an interesting article, though. Very, very, very interesting. He says pay-per-view is still available in millions of homes and is still a convenient and easy way to order. He talked about the remote, which is, for me, again, I'm a little bit older generation, so I did get excited when my cable provider made it that easy, where I just say, yo, order the pay-per-view, put on HBO Boxing, put on PBC, like so much easier. Picked up series work.
It is more convenient and easier than having to download an app and doing all that things, but at the same time, I think the price point is what a lot of boxing fans are not happy about. And if you're
let me just interrupt there, because if we're talking convenience, DAZN isn't left behind. Remember that they struck a deal with one of the
Xfinity.
C's, one of the C's, Comcast. They struck a deal with Comcast, so now the DAZN app is on my Comcast Xfinity, and now all I do have to say is open the DAZN app, and it goes right into it. No signing in, no nothing, just boop, we in there. And because it knows my preferences, it always plays the first boxing that's live. Boop, I get it, unless that's just some normal shit they got.
Cool. I just wonder if that in-demand platform, if they would just like start a streaming service, you know what I'm saying, and produce the pay-per-views if they all use them anyway, you know what I'm saying. Maybe can have it at a cheaper price point than having it on cable. I think cable takes half of it, right?
Yeah, well, I guess they're the ones taking half. You feel me? Those three companies must be taking half from Bob and Al and you know what I'm saying? Because they're the provider, not Fox, not Showtime, not, you know what I mean? Like, even though Showtime is in it, because if you read the article, it's like Showtime wanted it and then ultimately was like, you know what? We don't want that pay-per-view. So they still distribute, but in demand is still, I guess, the vessel somehow. It's interesting though. I was trying to get Dale, the CEO, on.
Definitely, man. Send me that article. I would like to read it.
For sure. But back to the Forbes article, which gives confirmation to the $60 million Joshua will receive and the $9 million that Andy Ruiz will receive, which kind of sucks, right? Like, if you're an AJ fan, $60 million is a great number for AJ. If you're an AJ hater, $60 million is still a great number. You can't hate on that. There's no way to hate on that.
How many AJ fans hit my inbox and tag me on Twitter? Hey, you guys got to do a show about AJ getting $85 million. Yeah, we the real money, we the big money. Come on, man. You guys
Listen,
amazing.
brother, 60, 85, those are huge numbers, bro. Like, let's be real. Even if every AJ fan alive believed that everything that they read, that Wilder made 20 and 20, that's still only 40 for 2 fights. That means he had to go to work twice. AJ going to work once and still going to kick his feet up and let Wilder go fight one more time to play catch up.
Speaking of Wilder, we got a super chat coming from Jeffrey Rodriguez. Wilder ain't taking $9 million. F out of here. All right. We got Joseph Brown who says, AJ said when asked, he gets 30 to 40% of the $85 million, which is $25.5 million at 30% and $34 million at 40%. After Saturday, Ruiz will make you dudes disappear.
So, man, I had something. The $9 million. And, we're so far removed from AJ being this arrogant, take what I give you type of guy that we've forgotten that. We've forgotten that Dillian White was frustrated and felt like he was being treated as a less than nothing type of fighter when he has been doing 4 successful pay-per-views in the UK. He's been able to rebuild his brand after the AJ loss, and he was offered something measly like $3 or $4 million with this same rematch clause that now people are laughing at Ruiz. Ha ha! He's only making $9 million. This is why none of the bigger named heavyweights wanted to accept this ridiculous offer with the backdoor rematch. You must do what I say, fight where I say, take what I give you offer. This is why Deontay Wilder said, I'm not a fucking peasant. This is why. This is why Dillian White said he ain't a peasant. And he said no. But you don't see that. You just like some AJ fucking little calf baby sucking on the titty. That's what it is. Little calves on the cow sucking on the titty. You don't give a fuck. He could do no wrong. It's crazy. But he getting paid. That's for sure. That's $60 million and $60 million.
I know, right, man. We've been preaching that fucking contract for months and months and months, and finally, you know what I'm saying, we get a guy who tried and tried and tried, but Eddie got some good lawyers, you know what I'm saying. I can't be mad at Dillian White. I can't be mad at Wilder for not accepting that contract. And that's
Tyson Fury too.
Yeah, Fury too, and that's why Dylan
He
White.
declined it. Even with $3 million tune-up fee offers that he was getting, he declined it because the rematch is insane. But I hope that this is the precedent. I hope that people see what AJ and Eddie did and do the same thing. I hope that Wilder in his alleged rematch clause with Fury says some shit like this, but we know it don't because he was already too generous in the last rematch, giving fucking Fury 50-50. Why? Because he ain't treating him like a peasant. Why? Because Wilder believes you giving a fight an opportunity is not only an opportunity at greatness, but an opportunity to feed his family. So he ain't trying to backdoor you and make you have a shitty contract on the second fight. He wants y'all to both eat. Not only the first time, but the second time. There's nothing to complain about. That's why Fury and Warren came out and said it was the easiest deal ever to make. There's a reason that some people say it's easy to deal with them and other people say it's hard to deal with Hearn. And in the same sentence with Heyman or Bob, you know?
It's part of the reason why I don't feel bad for Andy and why I kind of like respect Andy. I'm sure Andy was out here in the media. Well, not kind of respect, but do respect Andy. I know Andy was out here and seeing a lot of media reports about Dylan White and Wilder turning down the fight because of the rematch clause, but he still went in and took the money, you know what I'm saying, understood that he could win the first fight, and he knew what was in line for the rematch. So got to give props to Andy, you know what I'm saying, like willing to beat Joshua twice is nice, and you know what I'm saying, he's getting some big paydays too. Like these are the biggest paydays of his career, and if he wins, they're only gonna get bigger. Can't go back to Al and say, hey man, I just made $13 million. I can't make $5 now. I can't make $8.
Well, $9 million. It's being reported $9 million, not 13.
$9 million US or 9 million euros.
In that article, it says Andy's getting $9 million.
I thought Eddie said 11. My bad.
In that article, it say Andy getting $9 million and AJ getting $60 million.
Well, still one of his biggest paydays to date. So if he comes back and he wins, then he goes to Al. I just made $9 million. I need 10. I need 11. Straight up.
Well, I mean, for Andy, it was a little bit different, right? It's like Deontay Wilder told you and me when we went to one of his camps. He said, Mike, Ness, you guys would take 15 million or $1 million because you don't have that in the bank, and that's totally true. And for Andy, he was in that situation. Andy has been far from shy in telling the truth. And he told us he had defaulted on his mortgage. He didn't have money. He couldn't pay X amount of things. So to him, 3 million, 4 million, whatever it was that Eddie offered him, it was enough. It's different. When you don't have $1 million in the bank, it's different, you know? So Andy did what was right for him at that time, and Wilder did what was right for him at his moment. And I think they both made excellent choices. For Andy, you know, even he, like you said, we've heard rumors that he supposedly got 3 million more and he's at 11. Even though Forbes is not saying that, I believe AJ could possibly still get the 85 million. This is like my 20th time saying that I believe 85 isn't far-fetched. So if AJ's 85 is real, maybe Andy's 11 is real, you know?
If you're a big time boxer and you're a star, like, and you're like a free agent right now, it's kind of tough not to look at Eddie Hearn as being an attractive source because you've seen what he's doing for AJ. I know everybody's not AJ, everybody's not created equally, everything like that. But if you can sell and you can draw attention, it's like, man, he's out here getting guys in Dubai. AJ getting a career high payday, turning guys like Tony Bellew into household names. Derek Chisore's out here possibly getting another title shot. Usyk gonna get a WBO title shot. I mean,
bro, he turns dudes into pay-per-view stars, but in the UK, let's be clear. I'll give him credit with you. I'll give him credit with you. He turned Tony Bellew into something even after Donna Stevenson knocked him out. Made him into a pay-per-view star in the UK. Derek Chisora never won a world title, only failed at winning world titles, and somehow he's on pay-per-view quite some times. Dillian White never won the world title, and he's been at, maybe 4 straight pay-per-views. So Eddie is doing his job, but in the UK, let me just finish his last sentence. He has yet to make a fighter an American star. Their attempt at the quote-unquote takeover was New York City when the London Bridge came fucking falling down after that left hook Andy hit him with.
But one thing Eddie does have, he does have a young, budding American star in Devin Haney that can possibly be a very, very special talent. Can I finish my statement?
Wait till I tell you this.
That's okay. You tell me something. But if he's able to keep hold of Devin Haney and not let him go to somebody else and promote him the properly way, I believe that Eddie Hearn could have him a American superstar on his hands. I think the world of Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez. I think those guys are going to be special talents in this boxing. But Devin Haney, in my opinion, he's going to be one of those guys that we are going to talk about 15, 20 years after he's done boxing.
Bruh, if you don't think Earl is a pay-per-view star, you don't deserve to be in my chat, bruh. I got to let you go, man. I'll time you out right now. I can't talk to you. Earl came within 25,000 pay-per-views of Floyd's first pay-per-view number. How you not going to say he's a star? Like, you fucking kidding me or what? I mean, dude, man, the hate. Why is there so much hatred? I don't understand. I'm sitting here giving AJ credit for making 60, and I'm saying I believe he can make the 85 million. We giving Eddie credit for turning, average UK fighters into pay-per-view stars, and there's still so much hatred. What is wrong with the world? I don't know. But you know what I wanted to say? And I don't want this to come off at all as any sort of
I thought it was going to be something about Devin Haney, right?
Well, no, it's gonna be in the realm of the conversation, and like I said, I don't want it to come off at any way as disrespectful. If anything, it's more of a congratulations. I hope that works, or like a I'm definitely in the wow, like holy smokes, but it just shows the intelligence of Eddie and the youthfulness of his team.
You talking about the KSI list about who should fight?
No. That's too easy. That's for real fans. For us stalkers, I'm talking about Frank Smith is probably married to Chris Eubank's daughter. Like Chris Eubank Jr. sister is Frank Smith, the CEO of Dazn. I think they're together, which is dope for one, because boxing family. But it shows the youthfulness, bro. Like I'm telling you, there's something about that social media world that I think PBC and Showtime aren't grasping. They're not doing, like you said, the KSI they are, but they're being biased. They might put Crawford, they might not. Even now, right? I think they did a heavyweight one and they didn't mention a heavyweight. Let's just put it like that, right? I think that they're just showing their innovativeness. And I think that comes from the youth. It comes from the youth, bro. And you can see that. You can see that, man. Bro, they're doing big things. It may take longer to get the awareness of traditional terrestrial television. But come on, how many times, bro? Like, that's it. The fight is this Saturday. I think it's time we pat Eddie on the back, because how many times did we sit here and beg the boxing universe to give us our next Thriller in Manila? How many times did we do shows on alleged princes wanting to bring Floyd or Pacquiao or Khan or big fights in Dubai, and we never thought it could be possible. We started to write off the AUE like, man, they always saying they're going to bid for a fight. he fucking did it. He fucking did it, bro. That's the word I'm looking for. Millennials, man. They're working together too. Dude, they do things that the PBC isn't doing. They have mixers before the big fight. Canelo, Triple G fighting. Well, let's get together. Let's get together. Let's do something. Let's all do something. Theme it around the fight. Continue. Like, it's nonstop promotion. They did it with Gennady Canelo. Then they did it again for Canelo Jacobs, right? They did it for the Kovalev. They are innovative, bro. They were giving away Hennessy bottles, right? Remember? Like, they're just thinking outside the box. The paraphernalia.
They fucking around gave me a whole fit to wear to the motherfucking fight.
Exactly. The paraphernalia, because Michael, guess what? Guess what? You know how much it costs to put a model on a billboard? But it cost them $3.50, maybe less. They could probably get it at $2 with the mass number that they're buying in T-shirts. These Canelo Alvarez, we at T-Mobile, Dazn, download the app shirts, the headbands. They are thinking outside the box. And yeah, there's going to be haters that, we dick riding and all that. But I don't understand that hatred. Like, if this is the sport that you love and you got an entity out here, giving you hella free shit. Let's just put it like that. Hella free shit. From tickets to water bottles, bandanas, free weeks. Remember, they gave out hella signups, right? Free signups. Sign up this week. People were just manipulating, using different emails. So that's why you can't get too much free shit, bro, because people don't know how to act. But I think they're innovative now. I watched the launch of both. I watched the launch of PBC and I watched the launch of Dazn. And I tell you, PBC spent more of their money, for me, on the outside looking in, on inventory and the setup. What they visually wanted boxing to look like that first year. And there was dozens of articles from credible sources of how much it was costing them to lug around that big PBC champions thing. They used to be at the top. Do you remember it? It looked beautiful, though. All the paraphernalia. Remember how the guys used to come out, but they had like all their that shit had to be set up everywhere. There was trucks that had to drive across the world. It was costing them hundreds of thousands. So that could have been money that they invested in digital marketing, which they still, to this day, you and I say we feel the digital promotion of Dazn stronger than PBC. And some might say that's okay because they're using terrestrial television to reach straight casuals. And some might argue that the money invested on the internet is being lost because there's only hardcores on the internet, where I beg to differ. The way that Google double-click ads work, Mike, is if you're looking for Jordans, it don't matter if you look for Jordans on Amazon, but you go to Instagram, that shit there. You try to juke that motherfucker and jump on Facebook, guess who's there? Them Jordans. Oh, you going to YouTube? Who's back? Them Jordans. That's called Google double click. So for people that don't understand, then yeah, they'll say it's not working. But you don't gotta be a hardcore boxing fan for boxing to follow you, because that's what's been going on. Take a look at the news. How long have they been saying that Facebook has been activating your microphone and all this shit? You got what's the dude that owned Facebook on his own? Zuckerberg. He got his own MacBook microphone taped up, his own MacBook camera taped up. So there's got to be some truth. All I'm saying is we've all experienced the aggressiveness of ads. If we have a smartphone, we've experienced that. And if you say that you haven't felt the awareness of a pay-per-view or a big fight, I think that you might be very busy. Maybe you don't have your phone in your hand or something like that, But I'm different. I got the Fox app, so I got those notifications like, boop, PB Premier Boxing Champion. Oh, order the pay. I get those because I've already downloaded the app and pressed allow for notifications.
Real quick, man. You said a lot. God damn, I gotta unpack this shit. Now when it comes to Eddie and our Thriller in Manila, you know what I'm saying, Saudi Arabia, the Dunes, Clash of the Dunes. I was very open minded from the beginning. I know a lot of people were worried about the area in Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying, with all the bombings and the attack on the airport and the human rights violations. But I always had an open mind for it because I believe in sometimes what's always reported in the media, maybe not be entirely accurate, and sometimes you got to have an open mind and try new things. So with Saudi Arabia, it's always going to be that kind of hesitation because their culture is not like our culture or like England's culture, but at the same time having an open mind and having an event over there should be big for boxing. And if it's big for boxing, then it's going to be big for us and big for you guys out there who's listening right now. Now, when it comes to like the ads and the zone doing their thing and keeping it in people's faces, I gotta admit, man, like this fight has been trending. We've been talking about it ever since the first fight happened. So they definitely been keeping it in the people's eye with Eddie. And I always said that PBC needs like a Eddie Hearn type on their roster, somebody who is their spokesperson, somebody who's always in the public's eye, and somebody who's very, very loquacious and good in front of the camera. And until PBC has that, I don't know if they'll necessarily get that kind of promotion or get that kind of thing going. Not saying that Al can't do it from behind the scenes, but sometimes having somebody in the public's eye is always good.
Bruh, is that Floyd dropped the ball. Floyd is supposed to be your face, because who doesn't want to sign to Floyd? But then Floyd allowed himself to have this dark cloud surrounded around him as a promoter and his promotional company. You know, it's not like anybody that knows or watches boxing knows that if you sign to Mayweather, you might not get fights. If you sign to Mayweather, you ain't getting fights. If you sign to Mayweather, we only know you if your name is Badu Jack and Gervonta Davis. If you sign to Mayweather, it's quite possible that at the press conference, he's going to take over the mic. And it'll be about Mayweather and not about you. So people ain't signing to Mayweather. But if Mayweather was a little bit better. Look, there was an article on Forbes, bro, that said that Mayweather promoted this fight. Everything that you and I said, but at least they're saying it to the mainstream, casual fan, right? They're telling them on a mainstream site, Mayweather promoted this fight, but didn't use his social media to let anybody know that he promoted this fight. Didn't have a press conference to announce that he signed Deontay Wilder. Nothing. And okay, as insiders, we know he didn't sign Wilder. He's just promoting it like any other promoter that Al chooses to use. But Mayweather is bigger than that. He's bigger than that. This is an opportunity for him and his brand to say we promoted the biggest fight of the year or one of the biggest pay-per-views. And he doesn't do that. He doesn't come out as a face for his brand and help build it. If he was more Eddie, let's just be real. If he was posting his fucking prospects on it, show me a picture. Let's go to his Instagram right now and see where's the last picture he posted of Gervonta Davis on his own Instagram. That has 6-something million people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing wrong. If you my promoter, why the fuck is Eddie Hearn posting everybody? He'll post Tevin Farmer on his shit. And it'll get 45,000 likes. 100,000 this. You know, why can't Floyd be that for Al? Al don't want to be the face. You are Floyd Mayweather. You are the greatest boxer in the last 20, 30 years, in my opinion. Since he was since he retired, like I'm saying. Day retirement, backwards, like, man, he's great. But look, I'm on his social media and I'm going to screen share this. Let me go ahead and take off this super chat for the moment.
Real quick while you do that, man, I noticed that the first time that I noticed like that was when Floyd was over in England with Gervonta Davis and he was fighting a guy like Liam somebody.
Liam Smith.
No,
not
Smith.
Stephen Smith.
No,
it's one of the
Smith.
three brothers.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't?
It was Liam somebody, but Gervonta knocked his ass out. But in that press conference, like Floyd just started talking about his career and what he did in the sport of boxing and like how he took short money and how he fought Oscar and Oscar picked the glove. And I'm just like, bruh, okay, why? I thought this was about Javante fighting, and then they do gloves are off, like they're kind of gloves are off with BT Sports and like Frank Warren and his fighter and Floyd and Javante, and then again, Floyd started talking about himself and the gloves are off. So I'm just like, bruh, I mean, I don't know, like Floyd doesn't seem to want to share the spotlight with anybody. Anytime there's like a young up and coming boxer that PBC has, you know what I'm saying? He sometimes give him praise, but then he reverts back to him talking about himself and what he did. Yeah, he's not a guy that, in my opinion, likes to share the spotlight. And if there's another boxer coming up, it's gonna be hard for him to give props to.
Now look, I've been scrolling.
He already beat you.
I've been scrolling. Our audience has been viewing, and the first fighter on his roster that I've been able to come up to looks like Rolly to me. I haven't clicked it, but I'm that good that I know this is Rolly.
Liam Walsh.
And this video of Rolly has 1.4 million views. And he tagged it. Lights out at Rolly, fucking these boys up. 1.4 million. But look, this is April 24th. We in December. The last fighter on his roster he posted on his social media was in the 4th month of this year. And it got 1.4 million. You know how much you could help your fucking fighters? Eddie don't post nothing that gets 1.4 million. And again, the last fighter on his social media, which has 22.9 million followers, is in April. Gervonta Davis fights this month in 25 days? What is wrong with him? What is wrong with him? Fucking Al shouldn't even be using his company to promote no fights because he ain't doing it right. Who the fuck is Leonard Edelby? We only know him because of Floyd.
Floyd.
He was working the corner before he became the CEO. Now you got him as the face. He can't ever say the shit that Floyd is going to say. And Floyd, come on, man. Look, man, it just ain't right, bro. It ain't right. He's doing a disservice to his fighters. Look, but he got iPhones in this video. I'm telling you, the dude is crazy. He still got messages beefing with 50 or Oscar. Look, but he can't promote his fighter. He want to promote 50 and Oscar. Come on, man. But that's why they ain't got no face, because he should have been the face. He should have been the face. If he would have been taking advantage, man. Yo, imagine Floyd doing everything Eddie's doing. Let's just be real. Flying from one city to the next country, to the next country, to the next city, giving every fucking YouTuber an interview. His stable would be ginormous. Ridiculous. Charlos would be huge. Because Eddie don't let you disrespect Kell Brook. No. Kell Brook. What? He dared to be great. Eubanks wanted to charge $22,000 for first floor seats or some shit. You know, he gave us a number about Eubank wanting to charge too much for tickets and how Kell Brook saved the day. He always makes his fighters out to save the day.
He was talking good about Tom Little in that interview.
Brother, let me forget talking good. Wasn't Eric Molina suspended for like 3 years in UCAT? Wasn't he crying to me and you in the inbox? Come on, do an interview, man, so the world know they treating me bad. What happened to the suspension? Eddie happened. My man fighting again.
Check.
Make sure you lay down, though. Cause
I don't think he told him lay down. Now.
Man, if you ain't watch, have you ever watched the highlight reel of Eric Molina? He gonna turn his back in this fight. You know it, I know it. But that's okay, cause Eddie gonna bring him back. I seen an Instagram post. I almost sound like Evander Holyfield right there. I seen an Instagram post, Mike, of Cannon Briggs talking about. I seen an Instagram post of Cannon Briggs talking about Eddie. See you soon. Eddie got him going to Saudi, man. People out here mad, man. They mad. Listen, but tell them people who mad at Eddie, Tell them people who mad at Eddie, right? What would they say if Floyd was doing everything Eddie doing? How happy would we be if PBC and Al Heyman was out here? Come on, man. Come on, man.
In America, bro, it'd be crazy, man.
Yo,
Floyd
Eddie
was out
made
here.
himself popular, Mike. Floyd is popular. So again, if Floyd sat around for the hours that Eddie do, because you could see my interviews with Eddie, he giving me an hour. He giving Boxing Social an hour and a half. He giving
After
Coogan
press
2 hours. You know, and he's
After
giving
press
every other YouTube time, plus Sky Sports, plus Showtime, plus whoever is there. What would Floyd do for his fighters if he did that? Who wouldn't be fucking huge? How you promoting Deontay Wilder and you ain't say, man, look at this guy. He's so close to, he's supposed to be on Sports Center saying, check this American heavyweight out. He about to break my record. He the only dude I believe could break my record.
Man, you know,
He
Floyd
the
gotta go
baddest
buy a
man
watch.
on the planet. I'm glad I retired because I ain't got to say I was in his era because he the baddest man. He could help. He could help. But that's
No,
my
Floyd
rant for
gotta
the
go.
day, man. I ain't have enough coffee, I guess, man.
You know, Floyd got to go catch that private plane to Abu Dhabi and shit, man. Floyd ain't got
And
time
bring
to be
nobody.
promoting.
He ain't bring nobody. He ain't take none of his fighters. He ain't teach them nothing about culture and flying. He ain't put a stamp on a passport.
They ain't went through the Money Mayweather phase yet.
Yeah, no, we all know shit. We should re-intro the show.
They got the
BoxingVoice.com. All the guys want. I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather. I was trying to fight every fighter. I sacrificed a lot.
Dollar DiBiase Productions.
Yeah, all right, Floyd. You can help. You can help. Javonta, yo, Atlanta's supposed to be popping right now. Eddie don't got. Let's go to Eddie. Let's go to Eddie's. Let's go to Eddie's. Let's show Eddie and let's see how much he's posted any of these fights. 'Cause he ain't got no problem posting Bisbutin. He ain't got no problem posting them nondescript dudes. I'm telling you.
Post a motherfucking Dazn Italy card.
But Eddie is a bad guy. Come on, man. We gotta be honest here, bruh. We need an Eddie on our side for real. Look, oh my God, this is his shit. This shit look like match rooms right here. Let me screenshot this. It's all propaganda. Look, everything you see is Saudi Arabia. But guess who's there? 38-year-old Cecilia Barakis. Guess who's there? Joe Cordina. Oh shit, look who's there. Fake Vasil Lomachenko Bisbutin. Huh? What's this? Oh, back to the same shit. More Ruiz being posted on this shit. Oh, but look at the Monte Carlo card. You know? Oh, back to the arena. Here it is. Haters, it wouldn't be built. Oh, but there goes Bisbutin again. There goes AJ again. Brackus again. Bisbutin. AJ, Brackus. AJ. Oh, this is Cordina, but here goes AJ. There's the arena. Here goes AJ again. I don't see Eddie on no fucking Abu Dhabi, on no Mykonos beach. I ain't seeing no fucking, what's that shit? I'm not rich enough to even know. What's them big cups Floyd got? Chalices or what is it?
I guess, man.
I don't even know. He got gold cups to drink from. Like, come on. Look, Eddie's promoting. How many he got? 735,000. Trying his damnedest to promote.
Be at $1 million, man, pretty soon.
Look, he got fucking Callum Smith. Everybody thought Callum Smith lost. He's still out here like, nope. Callum Smith. You know what I'm saying?
Number one in the.
Who is he not
other
promoting? Look, he's promoting the one night. He's smart. Use the Tyson as the motherfucking thumbnail. Who is he not promoting? They go some more Callum Smith, more Callum Smith. They go Billy Joe. They go Devin Haney. They go more Devin Haney. Look at KSI. Look at even Badu Jack getting some like, oh, is that Justin Bieber? Oh my God, but there goes Billy Joe again. Like, dog, come on, man, step it up. Get us a face, man. Get us a face and take it to the next level because they dropping the ball. They dropping the ball, Mike. But let's go out to these calls. We chopped it up enough.
Right quick, man, before we get to the callers. Alexander Wilson says, Ruiz took a chance and captured it. He beat AJ and is exponentially bigger now. He took short money to make him big. Mere money in the long term. Look, bro, y'all gotta quit saying he took short money, bro.
Yo, that's short money, bro. That's what you don't get. That's the same thing Wilder was telling you. Like, I need to know the pot. I need to know the pot. How much you getting? I need you giving me this one. How much you getting? That is considered short money. If it ain't considered short money, why Wilder wanted to know what was in the pot?
Because Wilder and Ruiz are totally different. Before this fight ever
Bruh,
happened,
man, negotiations are negotiation. Man's a man. Everybody's entitled to know. That's just that.
Can I speak? Before this fight even happened, man, Ruiz hit Eddie in the inbox. He had no negotiating power. He had no leverage. He had no belt. He was a late-minute replacement. And he signed a contract with a rematch clause in it. So to say that he took short money, no, he took an opportunity. That sounds a lot better. Don't say he took short money because that's not accurate.
The short money was attached to the opportunity, bro.
He took an opportunity. It wasn't short. It's his biggest payday to date. Back then, it was his biggest payday to date.
And in the grand scope, we all see AJ got 34, he got 3.
That ain't short money.
All right.
Then Mr. Wilson comes back and says, how many sponsors approach Ruiz after the fight? Y'all thinking short when y'all should be thinking long.
We ain't saying Ruiz ain't getting no sponsorship money. The same way we made it clear that they didn't give us any sponsorship or endorsement money for AJ. So the 60 that they are saying, I still think the 85 is believable because that wasn't factored in. We don't know what he's getting from JD Sports or any other sponsors that he's got. We went through that already, bro. You gotta listen.
I think he's talking to the chat, not to us. We got the real McCoy. AJ the next Shane Mosley if he lose. # Mosley Forrest. Yeah, nice one. El Sucio. Bro, every time your Skype rings, it damn near blows out my speaker.
Yeah, man, his mic says, because I got to have Mike turned up or y'all won't listen to him, man. So I don't be like turning it down whenever he's not here because he's not here. So then when he jumps on, it comes in at super duper loud, bro.
But TBV for life, though. Big ups to El Suyo. And Mr. CYP says, in America, we talk about money. We get from winning, not losing. You can't lose us. That's right.
Yo, why you said it in your Mr. T voice? Yo, word is more, you sounded like... yo, hilarious. Come on, let's get out to these callers, man. Freaking Mayweather. Mayweather, come help the sport, man. Help the sport.
Nigga, put somebody on, man, one time.
Bruh, Mayweather, I'm telling you, man, just the fact that, like, if he did that Eddie roll, think about the YouTubers that would grow, the fighters, everything. The numbers is just more insane with Floyd in it. Floyd don't get that, though, man. He greedy with himself.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I'm ready!
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
I just want to give you forewarning. There's going to be a lot of UK motherfuckers calling. I just feel it. I just feel it today.
Nah, we got. It's not a lot of people. Maybe we need to remind them what's the number to call in is 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Maybe you don't agree with us. Maybe you feel you have a relevant source that you would like to bring up. Maybe you strongly believe AJ is receiving $85 million. Don't type when you can Skype in. Add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. Be part of the conversation. Voice your opinion right here on the show, live in front of everybody. If you're just tuning in, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button as it helps with the visibility of the show, helps us grow. We were supposed to have Paulie Malignaggi, but he's not an early bird, so he said we'll get him later this afternoon. Hopefully, me and Mike are available to come back and do something with Paulie. And, man, we were supposed to have Tabiti. So many. I mean, Tabiti told me today, but I guess...
Y'all talking about 3 this morning. I'm like, goddamn, Tabiti late.
Yeah.
Don't ever sleep.
But I think that the issue is right now they're doing media workouts. So right now, Tabiti, all those guys would be better served being by AJ and Ruiz to get some of that media. You know, a lot of media flew in there, man. Shout out Boxing Social, Coogan, Michelle. I ain't see Raheem. He ain't go?
I ain't see Raheem there yet either, but not yet. But it's only Monday. It's only Tuesday, and sometimes you
Yo,
expect.
man, that would have been a nice experience. I know that there's the fear, but yo,
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I
I
think
don't
Raheem's
know,
gonna be there.
man.
I
That
think he's
shit.
gonna be there. I just don't think he can probably get there Wednesday or today for the open workout.
Oh
No,
no, I'm
really
talking
need.
about us, man. I know. I said that would have been a nice experience to be there as well, man. I
Still would have
wonder
been
if
an
Devin
experience.
Haney's gonna go.
Hmm? He said
I
Canelo.
mean, I think his father told me Haney is gonna go, but he won't. And I think that's maybe I don't know. I think I remember that. I'm not sure. We gotta
I
get
know he
Bill
said
back on the show.
Canelo, Manny Pacquiao, uh, Amir Khan.
What?
Just
Manny Pacquiao going?
yeah, Manny Pacquiao, Canelo's going, Amir Khan going.
Manny
Uh,
Pacquiao's going to the AJ Ruiz fight.
yeah,
Wow, that's dope.
yeah. And he said a couple of
See
top
what I'm
fights names.
saying? See what I'm saying? He got MP Promotions. He out there signing Filipinos.
Yeah, he's
But
smart.
but he signing Filipinos. All I'm saying, he got fighters, and he put them on his undercard. You know,
And Manny Pacquiao understands that he is a worldwide brand.
Ancajas is his, FYI.
Ancajas?
Yeah, because Sean Gibson is his manager. They got the link up.
Okay. Now I don't know if Floyd shows up, that'd be nice for the sport too. You know what I'm saying? But bring somebody with you. Put one of these young cats. You know what I'm saying? Show them Dubai. Show them. I mean, not Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, I guess it's hard. We're not on Floyd's level giving him business advice.
My nigga, it ain't about being on his level, but when you got a private jet, how hard is it to play? Hey, my prospect Rolly, my prospect whoever, come on with me. It ain't that hard. What we think Rolly gonna say? Nah, for that I got some shit to do. You don't shut your ass up and get on this plane.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, let's get out to these calls. We got CYP, bright and early, California. What up?
What up, CYP?
Hey man, you gonna go to them sponsors or not? Or you just gonna come straight to me?
We ain't do
I
that?
know y'all got sponsors. Nah, you didn't.
We did? Damn, I thought we did.
I thought we did. Yeah, I'm gonna go with we did. I thought we did. But
All
that's
right.
how you gonna be today's sponsor, man. Talk to us.
All
Sponsored
right.
by CYP. What is it? Let me wait. I got this.
And CYP Athletics.
Yeah, but that means
Yeah.
that means
Athletes, man.
catch.
I mean athletes.
Mike,
Damn, I was close.
CYP
Fuck.
athletes, man. I'm about tired of your ass. I'm about
I was
tired of you.
close, bro.
What is it called? Capture your performance?
Claim your position,
Claim your
man.
position. Damn, my bad.
Hell yeah.
Let's start it over. Sponsored by CYP Athletes. Claim your motherfucking position.
That's right.
All day. All motherfucking day. Whether it's Super Bowl rings, World Championship track and field, whether it's baseball, Padres, whatever. We got you. For all your local needs, your dreams, we got you. CYP claim it. Now, what we gonna do is we gonna talk about this whole money thing. See, I I I super chatted in because it's true. In America, we talk about the money, definitely, but we talk about the money when we win. We don't talk about the money when we lose. If you notice that Mike Tyson made more money than Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield, but he never put them down because they made less money. All he wanted to do was fight them and show that he was better. Oscar De La Hoya brought that money shit up because he couldn't beat Shane and he couldn't beat Floyd. So Floyd said, you know what, bitch, I'm gonna beat you and I'm gonna end up making more money than you since that means so much to you. And then he ran with it. We don't even give a fuck about how much money the next man makes. We just want to whoop that ass. UK, you cannot whoop our ass. You cannot win. So you care about money. You're going to continue to talk about money when you don't realize that that's actually making y'all look bad when you bring up money instead of wins. Bring up money instead of wins. Bring up buys instead of wins. Bring up attendance instead of wins. Why don't y'all fucking just get a win? I'll be back.
CYP. Let's see. We got Boomerang Bond Boxing in Arizona. Good morning.
Good morning, Bond. What's up with you?
Yo, what up, dude? What are you guys doing today, man?
Another day, another podcast.
Another boxing.
No, I hear you. I hear you. You know, you're right though about Floyd. He need to do something. He needs to either sign a contract or sit the fuck down. Sick of hearing the bullshit from Floyd's mouth. when he ain't getting his shine. You know what I mean? Um, he needs to sign a contract or be Eddie Hearn. I mean, he's got the platform. Everybody knows Floyd. Floyd brings the money. If he gets where Eddie's at, or even tries, then yeah, the boy could do some big things for a lot of these fighters over here in America. But you know, it is what it is. Floyd's gonna be Floyd. He's always gonna do what he do. But it is what it is. About that money thing, man, shit. I don't know. How the hell does AJ make so much damn money, man? Is there that much money over there in the UK? Help me understand that.
Well, they going to Saudi this time, and then he got to get a
Yeah,
check from DAZN and a check from Sky Sports. You know, he getting checks everywhere, man. Remember, DAZN gonna pay him to put show the fight in America. Sky Sports gonna pay him to show the fight in the UK plus pay-per-view buys. Then he got endorsements. Then he got his purse. Then he got the site fee bonus. I mean, the dude's breaking in the dough, man.
Eddie know what the fuck he's doing. That's all I can say. I don't like Eddie, but Eddie knows what he's doing. That's for damn sure. I'll get back on the boomerang. I got something else.
All right, Bomb Boxing.
All right,
thanks for calling in.
We got a super chat coming.
Go for it. Go for it. No, go for it. I'll keep adding numbers.
Come in from GM Strong. PBC supporters hate the zone, yet they don't know the zone carries PBC fights overseas. If you want the zone to fail, then you beloved PBC will be hampered. I do believe he's right because I've seen somebody. It was somebody put in the chat Earl Spence and Sean Porter on the zone overseas or some shit like that.
Yep. Is that because they don't care about that? They care about boxing, but they don't have the U.S. rights to PBC, so they can't show it here in the U.S.
Exactly.
You know. So there was something I wanted to say.
My bad. I cut you
outside of buying the time. Oh, the Floyd thing, right? It's not just because he's got numbers, Mike, right? It's not just because he got numbers that, he'll be this great promoter if he turned into Eddie Hearn. It's because he has what Eddie doesn't have. Eddie needs to put on Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz or anybody named Joshua to get on ESPN and those ESPN shows. Floyd just needs to be Floyd. Floyd can call Max and get on Max in boxing. Eddie Mike can't do that. Is he gonna yes, Eddie's good content for us, but is he enough for Max on boxing? Is he enough for First Take? Are they gonna invite Eddie? Have they ever? But they have invited Floyd, and they will invite Floyd, and he can invite himself, is what I'm saying, where he can get in places Eddie can't, and he has a bigger reach than Eddie does, but he's just not using it. He's not using it to the full potential of not only himself, but the betterment of TMT as a brand, let alone PBC. I'm sure if he was that type of person, he would have been given that face of PBC role, but clearly not.
And not only that, I mean, I know it might sound cliche, but the boxers can relate to Floyd more. Like, who is who are they most likely like? A guy from Grand Rapids, Michigan, who came up, you know what I'm saying, like from the gutter, like everybody else does in boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Or Eddie with the silver spoon in your mouth. The problem is Eddie understands that, Mike. So he's trying to relate by being more
hip, cool.
Yeah, bro. And in the know. I mean, he's only fucking 40 too. It's not like he's old.
Yep.
But anyway, JT in Chicago.
What up, JT?
Yo, what's going on?
What up?
Coolin', man. Hey, I wanted to talk about hey Ness, bro, you so right with what you were saying about Floyd. Do y'all remember where it was rumored that Floyd last fight with with Berto was supposed to have been on PBC, and he quickly debunked that when he was doing press runs for the fight and said, no, pay-per-view and May-per-view. You'll only see me on pay-per-view. He could have helped PBC out 10 times fold and still made the same money because that pay-per-view did shit. Well, shit numbers compared to the numbers he was doing. So he could have made the same money fighting on PBC and chose not to. But Tank came out his mouth and said himself Floyd was against him. And like Floyd honestly promoted Chocolatito and AJ more than he promoted his own fighters, and that's real talk. Like at the time when Chocolatito was undefeated, Floyd said out of his mouth when Chocolatito had little to no defense that he was pound for pound the best, and I couldn't believe it. It's like he always goes against the grain, and it's like, and he does it for self-promotion. So like I feel like he's a horrible promoter, and he needs to step his game up in that department 10 times fold, because like he could really benefit from it.
Totally agree. JT in Chicago, thanks for calling in. We're going to Mike in Michigan. Talk to us. Mike in Michigan, once.
Come next to me.
All right. Mike in Miami. We got a lot of mics out here. Let's get it popping. Mike in Miami, what it do?
What up, Mike?
Yo.
What up?
Hey, can you get back to me in about 2 minutes?
No problem. We going to Cali. Aaron, talk to us.
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, fellas.
What up?
What's up? Yeah, this money situation, you know, I agree. You know, Hearn does a great job. He hasn't done it in the U.S., but bottom line is AJ is making more money than Wilder after it's all said and done for whatever reasons. Mayweather has a great opportunity to promote the sport of boxing, and any boxers under him. I wish he would go ahead and do that. But this is why it's so important that Andy Ruiz wins, not only to keep the titles, but to end this dynasty. Because the biggest thing that I take out of this is here AJ supposedly going to be taking home $60 million plus, and Andy Ruiz has $9 million. See, this is why Wilder's so good, because he take care of Luis Ortiz. Everyone against Fury, 50-50. But you can't give up another $10 million to Andy Ruiz. Like, you're going to go ahead and just take the $60 million and give this man $9 million, man. Like, what's wrong with that picture? How are you taking care of the other fighters? You know, how are you showing the love? This is what Ali did. This is what all the greats did. They took care of the other fighters. I mean, he's not even he's gloating. And this is why the UK, this is why AJ have a pompous attitude about it, because he just feels like he's just above everything. And this is another reason why AJ cannot win the fight, because if he does, they want to keep the...
Yo, it is not AJ and Canelo's job to give everyone their motherfucking biggest paycheck, man.
I was gonna say, but like, damn, it's sometimes it falls on the other fighters and their legal team to make sure that they know what's all in the contract. Especially if you think you got a great chance of winning, you gotta make sure that if the fight goes over a certain number of purse, then you get a little bit extra, you know what I'm saying, or some more money. But you can't make AJ nigga pay motherfuckers nigga pension fund and shit. Hell no.
Yo, yeah, man, I'm with you. I'm not even gonna reiterate anything. We going out to Robert the Genius, Philly, Jersey area. Stand up.
What up, Genius?
That's Mike. What up? What up?
What up?
Yeah, a couple crazy callers calling in talking about money. It doesn't seem like they know what they're talking about. Floyd should never fight on cable TV. He's only a pay-per-view fighter. If he fights on TV, maybe max out $10 million. You know what I mean? He fights on pay-per-view and he makes $80 million. Come on, guys. And he ain't trying to boost PBC like that. You know what I mean? His name ain't on it. He owns a piece of it, but his name ain't on it. Motherfuckers need to wake up. Ness, talk to him.
Nah, man, I'm against you, bro. Floyd should be doing way more for PBC and TMT as a promotional company. The last fighter he promoted on his social media, which has 22.9 million fucking followers, was in April of this year, which is just sad. Sad.
Maybe that's the last time.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, well, check his social media. Check his social media.
I do.
So then what's wrong?
Everyone listening to this show right now follows Floyd on social
Bro,
media.
I literally screen shared his social media. I did that. I showed you all his posts. There is no post of a fighter. Go find it.
You're saying he hasn't promoted a fighter since April? I'm pretty sure he promoted Dylan Price.
Yo, and that would be even worse, and that is your time. But that would be even worse, Mike. That means that he promotes fighters and then he fucking deletes it? So you telling me he promoted Dillian Price and then deleted it because there is nothing on his social media since April.
Maybe he put it on his story.
Oh, so they're only worth the story 24 hours. Ain't that how Instagram works? Whatever you put disappears in 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
So that's his fighters are worth 24 hours of promotion. I get it.
He got to save his page for his planes and
his money and pictures of his money phones.
Yeah, and watches and things like that. We got a super chat coming from Gunner Forever. TMT Promotions equals where careers go to die.
And you see, that's why he ain't got a sick stable, because the world knows that. And until he fixes that, he ain't going to have that. Bruh, people begging to sign. You see Big Baby putting his shoulder on Eddie his head on Eddie's show. Why? Because he wants some of that $1.7 million fight to fight fucking Thomas Adamick. He want Vargas. He out here fighting Humberto Soto and Thomas Delorme, almost making $2 million a pop. Eddie, I put my head on Eddie's shoulder too. Come on, man. Bruh, they want that. They want that. I'm just saying, we going out to Stainless in Detroit.
Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the streets to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
Yo, TBV, what's good, baby?
Another day,
happy
another
Tuesday,
podcast.
Happy Tuesday. Hey, you know I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? I woke up a little late. I was gonna push one, but I was listening because I was still rolling up. You know that's I was prioritizing. But I'm happy that I waited. You know what I'm saying? And I was listening because that last super chat or whatever TMT. That's where fighters' careers go to die. That as far as promotion, that is too true, man. Like. Maybe Floyd needs some coaching on how to promote, you know what I'm saying? Because I haven't seen a fight where he ain't, for a promoter fight where he ain't, I haven't seen a fight that he's promoting where he hasn't talked about himself more than a fighter. And that's ridiculous, man. Like, you already got your popularity. You already got your fame, man. It's time to move over, man. This is why I said I ain't trying to see him come out of retirement. Stay retired. Let these young bloods fight that shit out, man. As far as this Ruiz and Joshua numbers, didn't Ruiz renegotiate to get that $9 million?
Nah, he allegedly renegotiated to get the 11, but that's not being reported by Forbes. But Eddie said he getting 11.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, you get what you negotiate. So I can't be mad at Joshua because he's smart enough to get $60 million for the last fight he's gonna have when he get his ass whooped. Like that's smart, man. You know what I'm saying? Get as much as you can out of it. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually starting to get excited for this fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a little difficult to watch because the times are so off. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to catch up with the workouts and media days and all that shit. But I'm getting excited for it, man. That's all I got for this round. As I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast because it's TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon,
You present
it's because you're stupid. Shout out to El
Super
Camino.
chat. Sorry about that. We got a super chat coming from a civilian 11. How do I call in? ? Please explain. I'm new. You can call in by 1-425-569-5241 or by adding Nexter Gibbs on Skype. Again, that number is 1-425-569-5241.
Yes, sir. We going out to. We got a new caller in the 385. Who's this? 385. 385-831. Just listening. Going once.
You may be on mute.
Hey, yo, that's me.
What's up, brother?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Where you calling in from?
Hey. Atlanta, Georgia, man. That was the guy with the super chat. So,
what's your name, brother?
It's Civilian 11.
Okay.
So, yeah, man. Been watching and listening to you guys. Big ups to what you do. I definitely appreciate it. It's my first time calling in. But I did want to chime in about the whole the promotion, Gamboa Davis. I actually went to the press conference last week when they had it. It was a pretty good event. You know, it was cool, very small, not a lot of people there. But I am very, very disappointed in the lack of promotion for this fight. Especially we don't have a lot of fights here in Atlanta, and I'm just saying, like, this is the city to be in. I went to the Hawks game last night. You know, there was no promotion in the arena about that. And I just feel like it should be more than just social media. It should be, you know, should have some billboards up or something, you know, and I'm just highly disappointed by that.
Totally agree, man. We were just saying the same thing, that you know, he should have Tank plastered all on his social media, 22 million at least, trying to do that if he's not going to have a billboard or anything like that. But yeah, do appreciate you calling in, Civilian 11. We have you down. Hopefully you continue to call in. We would appreciate it. We love getting more and more callers from Atlanta by the day. We got Chris. Then we have, somebody else is from Atlanta. It's a few. Definitely a few.
Got a super chat from Rodney 870. He says, "While the last 9 rounds, Drop Fury KO Dominic Brazil and knocked out Ortiz."
Mm-hmm. All right. So looks like we have.
To this day. To this day. Sing along if you know the words. Come on.
Coyote, what up?
Yo,
UK, talk to
Coyote.
us.
Yeah. Listen, AJ is making that money, but I don't really care about AJ's money because it's not coming to my pocket. I just want to talk about boxing. But one thing I want to ask you next. So, since you did a show about some fake news yesterday, are you going to do another show now that 2 or 3 sparring partners have said AJ was not dropped in sparring? Are you going to do that show?
I already did that. Didn't I? When I had Timothy Moulton, wasn't I the first podcast to have Timothy Moulton? You want me to go do another show with Timothy Moulton?
No.
Didn't I already have Timothy Moulton on the show and ask him how sparring was going, ask him how AJ was going? Didn't he already tell us that?
Yeah, but then since the article came out...
No. You see, that's your problem. That's your problem right there. Forget the article. I had him on. You're not listening. I had him on before the article. He already told us that AJ was looking good and doing his thing.
What I'm saying, Ness, you're not listening to me. You said you did a show yesterday based on an article, right?
Yes.
And I'm saying since that article came out, two other sparring partners have publicly come out to say that is not true. Are you going to do a show about that?
Sounds like damage control. Damn, I didn't know my reach. I didn't know my reach was that strong. Mike, he said since we did the show, 2 other articles came out of 2 sparring partners debunking us, saying no, AJ's knocking dudes out. So let's think about it for a minute, because while we did yesterday's show based off the World Boxing News article, right? I did see that Timothy Moulton did another podcast with someone else claiming that AJ was knocking sparring partners out and sending them home. Last I checked, AJ posted on his social media in Saudi Arabia a picture of all his sparring partners. Looks like no one got sent home to me. Isn't Timothy Moulton there? Isn't Brian Jennings there? Isn't Andrew Trabiti there? Isn't the dude Pavone, or however you pronounce his weird name, there? Who isn't there? What are they talking about? So you want me to do another interview with Timothy Moulton because he didn't tell us AJ sent anyone home, but he told us AJ was looking good and it is real good work, and that, he also confirmed to us that it's not just, what you call it, control sparring, that they letting go. So I need to do another interview because the protectors are not happy. They're not happy that now there's been a counter article to the interview that he originally did with us. Come on, bro. Get a life, man. The fight's Saturday, man. Stop reaching.
Yeah, man.
Cry
The fight
baby.
Saturday, man. Everything else shit
Cry
can fall
baby.
by the wayside.
Cry baby.
Kind of had cry baby.
I'm trying to do it like Kelbrook. Chocolate brownies, baby. Fucking crab baby. Let's go out to Stunner, man. We're gonna kill some UK cats right now with these calls. I know exactly who to call to get y'all mad. I mean, I know who to go on. Like who to pick on, what caller to get on to get these guys mad. Let's go, Stunner. Gonna send them
You
after
already know
y'all.
I got some blame for the UK today. All right, so all this Eddie Hearn is a good promoter and this, that, and the third. All right, let's quantify this, right?
Get off speaker first
Now,
so we can hear you, champ.
all right, give me 2 seconds. I'm about to take off the Bluetooth. Ready to pair. Hear me now?
Yes, sir. Way better.
All right, bet. All right, check this out, right? I'm going to speak fact, no cap. All right. Anthony Joshua, a UK superstar, right? Boxing and soccer is the UK. Now, answer this question: how many 6'6" and up, 230-pound athletes are in the UK across all sports?
I don't know, bro.
man.
We don't
Come
know.
on, man.
Not a lot. So this whole idea of Eddie Hearn's a good promoter, this and the third. Listen, in the UK it's soft, and there's no competition as far as competing with promoting. How many 6'7", 220 and up athletes are in the United States outside of Deontay Wilder across all sports?
Bruh, you guys gotta stop with this fake ass comparison of it's easier for them because they're a smaller country. Bullshit. That's bullshit.
No. You don't understand. You don't understand. Look, it's the same thing for Canelo. Let me ask you a question. How many
Bruh, why if their country is smaller and that's why it's easier, why they consistently get fucking bigger money?
Who, the
Carl
UK?
Froch retired like 10 years ago, bruh. He been chilling. Tony Bellew retired. These dudes is chilling, man.
You don't understand. Listen,
I don't. Help me.
If the U.S. is a country of, let's say, 10 million people, and the UK is a country
here
of
you are
1
again. Here you are again trying to use this fake scenario about that country being smaller so it's easier. No, this is America, the land of opportunity. This is the land of opportunity. People migrate here because the opportunity is here. Now you're telling me no, the opportunity is in a smaller country? Yes. That's what you're telling me?
Let me explain it. Hey,
you're doing a poor job explaining. I'm going to be quiet to see if you could do a better job.
All right. Do you understand why boxing was so popular in the 80s and early 90s as opposed to now? The reason that boxing was so popular back then is because the amount of money that was invested in it. Back then in the NBA, there wasn't guaranteed contracts and whatnot. So a lot of the talent pool that would typically be boxers, they started shifting into the, where the money was. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like the overall talent pool in the U.S., first off, the majority of that spread across all other sports now due to the money.
Bro, you gotta seriously get yourself a boomerang or come up with a faster way of saying your stuff because that's a poor job. That argument, Mike, am I wrong on that, or do you buy the whole argument? Because you watch other sports, you into politics. Is it easier to build a superstar in the UK because they have a smaller country?
Short answer, yes. The reason because I look at the UK like I look at a small like college. And I don't want to be disrespectful. Like a state that is big on like college football. And a lot of their fighters come up playing soccer and boxing. Over in America, you know what I'm saying, a lot of more fighters play different kind of sports, you know what I'm saying? They maybe settle on fighting. Some people fight from early age, but most people play basketball or football or things like that. So I think that it can be easier to making it in boxing in the UK, but when it comes down to like the common like the denominator of being our best versus their best, I always pick the American best because I just think that as a broad spectrum, America has the better athletes.
So let me get this straight. They create stars easier because the country's smaller, but America has the better athletes but can't create the star?
Yeah, because more focus in the bigger sports in America is Major League Baseball, NFL, basketball. Those are the three main sports in America that are pushed in the forefront. In England, boxing is like number two. You know what I'm saying?
But
right behind
so
soccer.
so that's whose fault? That's
It's not.
America's fault.
I'm not saying it's anybody's fault though.
But that's what I'm saying. So why is it like? Why is the comparison, or why is it? I don't get why you giving people handicaps. It's like, well, America gets a handy.
Question,
I know, but both of you guys' argument is America has a handicap. Americans have so many different things to look at with reality TV and all the sports and boo hoo hoo. Now you saying another handicap? Like, I don't get it. Like, yeah, the other handicap is, oh yeah, their country is smaller, so it's easy. No, it's fighter A, fighter B. Huh?
It's not a handicap. It's based on like legitimate facts. Like if a country is smaller, there's gonna be more attention.
Well, Klitschko was from Germany.
Okay.
Okay. So what was
They
it?
don't have-
Why was he a star?
They don't have the NBA or the NFL over there. I don't even know what's the biggest sport in Germany. All I'm saying is that in America we have a lot.
No,
of
isn't he
sports that are
Russian?
bigger.
Wait, he's Ukrainian or Russian?
He's German.
He's Russian. He's Russian.
He's not Russian, man. He's from Germany. He lives in Germany.
Okay. I don't know. I gotta Google it, I guess.
All right. Well, yeah, man. I'm not trying to hold like the UK, like, oh man, you guys. No, I'm not doing that at all. Like they use what they got, and right now boxing is big over there and it's banging over there. I'm not mad at it.
I don't know, man. Sounds like a lot of excuses as to why it's easier for them. Which I mean, I would think talent should be number one way of becoming a star. You're saying, live in a smaller country. He's Ukrainian.
He's Ukrainian.
Yeah.
He don't live in the Ukraine.
He's Ukrainian, bro. Vladimir
I thought he was like a politician.
is a Ukrainian former professional boxer who competed from 1996 to 2017. Let me get out to some other callers here.
I thought he was a politician in fucking Germany. My bad.
We're going to Jesus. Phone lines is definitely lit up. Mike in Michigan, you ready?
Yeah, I was just was gonna say, I felt like Andy Ruiz was getting kind of ripped off. I feel like he should have got more money. I just felt like he was getting maybe 15 million or something with the Saudi Arabia thing going, the investors and stuff. And I just kind of felt like he was getting ripped off. Yeah, that's my call.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in, Mike in Michigan. He feels he's getting ripped off. I don't know, man. I think 13 million, 11 million, is it? 9 or 11 million? Either number, man. That's a lot of money. And I mean, when you think about it, Mike, we're talking rip off, right? Let's compare it. Name some PBC fighters that have been mentioned. I'm not even going to make it that easy. Name some PBC fighters that it's been on record that they making $9 million for a fight.
Manny Pacquiao.
Exactly.
I think that's the only one that I can count to that said it was guaranteed. I think the Wilder Fury first fight was guaranteed like 10 million, or was it guaranteed 10 million?
I don't know. If anything, it would be the Brazil. If I'm gonna say anything, it'd be Brazil and this last one. But again, it's like I'm saying, very little names, count them on one hand. So I don't know that he's whatever the word he used at the time, right? I don't know. Let's mix in some CYP here.
CYP, talk to me.
Man. Look, I was doing my studying, man, and I'm surprised that I found this. I'm surprised. I went to Forbes and I looked up net worth. Now everybody who knows anything about money, if you like money, then you know about Forbes. If you don't like Forbes, then you don't like money. Billionaires use this. Oprah uses this. It's the site to go to if you want the most close to factual information you can get about a person's finance. Forbes says right now, right today, that Anthony Joshua is worth $45 million dollars, and $10 million of that is from endorsement. That's today, not the fight that's coming up. That's as of today. And it says Wilder is worth $31 million dollars with only $500,000 from endorsements. I want y'all to wrap your head around that. That would mean that all that $25 million dollars a fight that you say AJ makes, Forbes can't find it. Forbes can't find it. That would mean that AJ literally has only made $5 more million than Wilder has to this point, and they haven't even calculated Wilder's money from Brazil yet. I mean, from Ortiz yet. Think about what's being said here. All the shit y'all talk on the show, on other shows and chats, don't add up to real life. Forbes can't find all that money that y'all say he makes. Think about what I just said again. 30 to 35 in purse earnings in boxing between Wilder and AJ on Forbes as of today before both of their next checks are calculated. Y'all need to get a life because that shit is the truest form of what we could agree on. We could agree on Forbes. You ain't got to agree on nothing else, but Forbes is better than my opinion, Ness' opinion, Mike's opinion, than anybody's opinion on this motherfucking show. Y'all are frauds. Straight frauds. I'll be back.
Yo, send me that link though. I would like to see that. That sounds very interesting. That is a nice little piece of debate there. So I seen Bond jump in. Bond, are you trying to exercise that boomerang? Or did you just drop off? If you're not trying to use it, don't worry, don't come on. Stainless, are you trying to use that boomerang? Oh, Bond is. Go for it. Oops, sorry about that.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because my Skype's acting up. It's showing mute, kicking me out. You know what I mean? But anyways, no, that caller, a few callers back, that was talking about the pay-per-view and this and that. The reason why we have so many streaming platforms, just to educate them a little bit, is because of all the certain people we know that like to stream and not buy. So that's what all these streaming platforms are coming around, because slowly pay-per-view is starting to die, in my opinion. So I think, promotion and social media, like Eddie Hearn's doing, is the key to making the most and getting the most money. But that's just my opinion going forward in the future. But I just want to go off topic just for a quick second. I see a lot of fighters popping up for this December 20th bout that don't have an opponent. And to me, that's just showing me that maybe Chavez is not going to fight Jacobs. And I got these tickets to go to this fight, and I'm not trying to see Rosado get in there with Jacobs. So I don't know if you guys heard anything about that, or it's for a future show, but it's a little frustrating on that, and that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of
we definitely already reported and already gave you our opinion that if he doesn't comply with Nevada, they would definitely slide in Rosado late minute. We definitely have already let the world know how we feel about that. But Bomb Boxing, thank you for calling in. We're going out to.
I really don't think they're gonna slide Rosado in. I think Chavez is gonna go forward with the fight in Arizona. I mean, according to what Eddie Hearn said with Arizona, seems like they're on board with it. They're behind him, so I think the fight gonna go ahead no matter what Nevada has to say. If they want to suspend me, then suspend me. Then that's what he said.
For sure. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, as it helps with the visibility of the show. Remember, we don't have to agree, but we are the platform that allows people from around the world internationally to call in and give their opinion, debate. Frustrations are able to be yelled at the top of your lungs right here at 1-425-561-5241, as well as celebrations when Andy Ruiz wins, or Joshua wins for that matter. Let's see. We got JR. Where are you calling from, JR? Let me see this.
JR. Might be calling from Texas.
No, this is JR in Little Rock, I believe.
What up, JR?
Yeah. Hello.
What up,
Yeah,
champ?
I want to know, and nothing much, man. Who's the third man in the ring?
Louis Pavon.
What?
Louis
Do
Pavon.
we have oh boy. I tell you what, Anthony, Josh seems like he's gonna stack this Eddie Hearn. If he goes the distance, I think they'll give it to Joshua, because the referee can interfere with this fight. He can take away points and everything, you know. So I was just wanting y'all to be aware of that. Luis gonna have to get a knockout.
Let's hope that don't happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's hope this referee is fair, up and down, just like boxing should be.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, people got upset when I said that yesterday, Mike. They said, look at the Ryder Colin Smith decision.
Yeah. I mean, what championship fight has this guy referee?
Vladimir Klitschko. Vladimir Klitschko versus Povetkin is the one people sent me.
Yeah, this is much bigger look like, I think. I think they should have got someone with more championship experience. Okay, that's all I have for you.
Well, JR, man, thank you for calling in. Little Rock, Arkansas, thank you. Stand up.
It's just funny how people pick and choose like the judging like shit to be outraged by. You know what I'm saying? Like Calvin Smith and John Ryder, but shit, this past weekend we had Texteria with a 116-111 scorecard. You know what I'm saying? I'm just it happens way too much in boxing, and like Ness been saying, something has to be done with these judges and referees.
Well,
when
you know, fuck up. Hate to interrupt you, but it's all in context. You know, the WBC is now adding like 5 judges, and you know, I hate to not give you the facts, but it's out there. If you Google it, they are the first people to do something about the judging. I think they're gonna add 2 more. Just so that we don't keep getting this bullshit. But, you know, everybody likes to take shots at WC, call them mafia, but I see them the only ones trying to help boxing as well. But, yeah, man, look it up. I think someone sent it to me yesterday, and it was also mentioned at the convention, so I guess they've already implemented it or are going to implement it. While you find that, since it's you with your head down, or are you going to finish your statement? Because I interrupted you. Sorry, Chad.
I was watching your motherfucking video of Ruiz and Joshua. You know what I'm saying? The little video that you just played on the YouTube.
Oh, the promo. The Saudi Arabia promo?
Yeah. Cut my attention real quick. My bad.
No, it's all good. All good. That's what it's meant to do, man. I'm out here actively promoting this heavyweight fight. You know, I'm showing you highlights of it. You know, we got the free promo that, Matchroom and Dazn allow us to play. I'm telling you to use our description box and use our Dazn link to sign up. I'm going to do a live fight chat. And, I wish life was different and I could have been there. I wish life was different and Mike could have been here and we do the live fight chat like we did with JD and, Killer Kells from Cali. But it isn't. But we will be here, live fight chat, immediate reaction show. All that is going down. It's going down for real. Well, there's a lot of callers. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of callers. So bear with us. It's a lot of callers, okay? A lot. So shout out to everybody that's a Patreon. And you know what perks you get depending on what level you are. Speaking of, NO, Mastermind, cutting that line in the New Orleans. What it do?
What up, NO?
What's good, man? Look, check this out, bro. I'm watching the fight on the TVV live chat. Ness had a nigga feeling like he was the next Howard Cosell the last time, dog. I felt like I was at the fucking fight. You heard me last time I watched the fight chat, dog. So I'm going to give me some Heineken, and I'm rocking out with TVV. You heard me? Hit the thumbs up button. Shout out to El Camino. All right. Andy Ruiz. Andy the Candyman. Listen to me. You cannot win a decision. Do not go over there trying to be slick, trying to outbox this guy, trying to win on points. The only way you can win, and I know you know this shit, is by knockout. It's been a known fact, bro, that I'm not saying nobody juicing. So that's not the point I'm putting out there. But whatever going on with that shady ass shit over there, bro, across that pond, you gotta knock this man out, dog. You the champ, but you're not the champ. You the champ, but they got all the cards, man. You the B-side champ. Remember that shit, man. That's my card. And to the Kansas man Ruiz by knockout. The only way he can win. I'm out.
Lids Low on the ringer. Talk to me.
What up, Lizzo?
Decatur,
Hey
Georgia.
man,
Good
what crack
morning.
a lag, man? Hey, good morning, good morning. Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all?
Can't
I'm
complain.
up. Oh, okay, cool bean, cool bean. Hey, so man, I ain't gonna talk about the Anna Ruiz and Joshua shit. Y'all know how I feel about that shit. I want to get on this money promotion shit that y'all talking about with the PBC. Man, you try to give money some leeway. You try to think like maybe he ain't all about himself, but shout it, he just all about himself. Like you said, like even with his fighter, like with Tank. Now I ain't even at home in Atlanta right now. I'm in Florida working. You dig? But I ain't hearing shit about what's going on in the city, anything popping or anything like that. And like you said, as far as him, he don't even share motherfuckers on his Instagram. How easy the fuck is that? So he ain't promoting these folks, man. Shout out to Beatty for going over there and working out with what's his name, Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Tabiti need more shine, bro. And I want to ask y'all something too. Will y'all get Jeff Mayweather on here? Cause I've been trying to check on Roger and I can't find shit on him. And I know goddamn, Jeff will be the one to know.
I mean, we could try.
Yeah, man, do that if you can. And hey, just so you know, I am going to the fight. You feel me? I got my ticket, and I will be, sending pictures and shit to y'all so y'all can see what's shaking. Y'all gonna have
Where?
somebody down there for y'all,
What fight?
huh?
In Saudi
Oh, the
Arabia?
tank fight. No,
Oh.
hell no. Nah, the tank fight.
Oh, all right. Is we gonna have someone there? Well, I did have a few people that reached out. I don't have anything definite. I know I'm not going on no 3 days from Christmas. I got too many kids for that. I definitely gonna have to be here. Them days is over. Mike, you going? You gonna go? You on mute,
Tank
champ?
Gamboa? No, I
Yeah.
ain't saying Tank
Yo,
Gamboa.
Tank fuck around gonna get catch a body, you know what I'm saying? But that's what he's supposed to do. When you're supposed to do something, that's end up what don't happen, man. So we'll see. We will see. Let's see what we got here. Any boomerangs left? Any boomerangs left? Look who it is. Look who it is. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see something, man. Let
I
me
know
see.
who it is. I
Let
think
me see
I got a
something, man.
feeling.
Let me see something here. What is this? What is this? I'm gonna do this one right here.
It's Baltimore, gentlemen. The gods will not save
I'm
you.
gonna get him that. That's usually for Wood, but look, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's
What's
up?
up,
What's
sir?
up? What's up?
What's up, Mike? What's up? What's up, Nestor?
What's going on, Troy?
Everything's wonderful, man. You asked me a question a few days ago, but I'm gonna step into that in a minute. But I don't see where the ref is a problem because the last fight, I don't think the ref was the issue because he stopped him, right?
True.
So I don't see where the ref should be an issue because it didn't go to decision.
Well, that's
I don't
why
see
they
this fight going to
afraid.
decision either.
They're afraid. They think now that the fix will be in since Ruiz wasn't meant to win. They trying to say the ref is gonna ensure the win. The conspiracy theorists, man. You know how it goes.
How is that? He's going to jump in and stop him from punching? How's he going to stop him from knocking him
Carlos
out again?
Takam. It could be a Carlos Takam type of stoppage. No one liked that stoppage. Everyone thought it was
That was
early.
the worst referee. That was the worst ref I've ever seen. I don't know what happened with him. But anyway, you did a show, a few days ago with I think Fury Wilder show, and I called in and you asked the question, which fight is more important? I said this fight with Andy Ruiz and Joshua, and of course you went off on your hater rant and da 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 da. I know simple things in life. Here goes one of them. Money talks, and we all know what walks. So I guess you got your answer now about which fight is more important, right? Nestor. I'm using my boomerang, by the way.
This dude gonna make us listen to him.
Hey,
Man, you still alive? Man, you still alive? Go ahead.
I'm cool. Hey, Nestor, come on and step in, man. You know the ground rules. When I ask you a question, you can step in, so.
What was the
Come on and
question?
step in, Nestor.
What was the question?
The question was you asked the question on a previous show about Tyson Fury and Wilder versus this fight, and which fight is more important. I said this fight. Of course, you want to see a hater rant. So now I'm asking you, did you get your verification?
I hate
which
it.
fight is more important?
How did I hate? What did
You
I say
called me the
exactly?
hater.
But what did I say? Why
You called
why
me
did
a
I say that I
hater.
didn't agree with you that this is the bigger fight? Tell me.
I don't know, because everything out your mouth was you a hater. You must have did something to you personally. You must have bet the mortgage on them.
Well, I mean,
You know the
I'm
normal
sure
stuff you say
that
that
was
don't matter.
based. I'm sure that was based off. No matter what subject matter we're talking about, you seem to only want to talk about Wilder. So I'm sure that's what that rant was based off. It wasn't based off.
Absolutely not.
Hold on, sir. You asked me a question. I'm answering. I mean, but I'll give you your last 13 seconds. There goes the clapper right there.
Absolutely not.
8.
Absolutely not,
7.
brother. This is heavyweight, so of course
4.
Waldo's name gonna come up. But thank you for your time and thank you for your show. You have a good day.
I appreciate you, Troy. You the man, champ. Don't go nowhere, man. Listen, so what are you talking about? Significance, bro? Like, I would be a moron to say that the Wilder Fury fight is more significant than this fight. This fight is for all the belts. It's always going to be for all the belts. Whoever AJ fight is for all the belts until you beat AJ and you got all the belts. Like, Wilder got one belt. You know what I mean? They trying to make it more significant, and that's why I like Wilder. He like, man, fuck that lineal belt and that ring belt. There's only one belt. You know what I mean? Let's see who we got up in here.
Got a couple of super. We got one super chat that I want to get to from Blacksmith Raz.
Okay.
AJ fans hate Wilder.
Mm-hmm.
AJ fans think Wilder fans hate back, but Wilder fans only mad cause Cupcake Chin got beat by a little short fat guy. AJ emotional.
So we got Stainless on the boomerang. Unless you want to keep rocking out and have me come back to you later, after the many callers, in case you want to save the last words of wisdom. But if not,
Yeah, save me for later, man.
all right, because there are a shitload of callers. We going out to Andy D in UK.
What up, Andy D?
Andy D, talk to
What's
me.
going on, Mike? Right, first thing, 138,000 pay-per-views. As your soundbite would go. Right, 100 offer.
Who's your source? Who's your source? Who's your
the
source?
same guy that you had on Glazer. Don't interrupt. Let me get my word in.
Who's your source?
Right? 100 offer Wilder, double his highest
Who's your
purse.
source?
If someone offer me a
Who's
job
your
for
source?
Don't interrupt me, you rat. Right? If someone,
Who's your source?
Why are you cutting me out? What's the point of calling if you're going to do that?
But what's the point of just throwing out headlines if you're not going to give a source?
Right. Either way, AJ got 100 million for Sky for a 3-year deal. Right? He's got JD Sports, Beats headphones, Lynx Jaguar, and loads more sponsors. He's guaranteed 60 million. Wilder's guaranteed 3 million, which is 20 times less than AJ. Yeah.
Ooh. Hey,
yeah,
at least
yeah?
if you
Can I
listen
just
to
shut
the show, I agreed that AJ's 60 million is believable, just like the 85 is believable because of the sponsorships that you mentioned.
Yep.
Okay,
but
so
you
all
don't
my
listen.
LDBC listeners, listen to all my LDBC listeners. Best Fight the Best on a show saying Wilder done 1 million pay-per-view sales. Now, how stupid does that clown look? Yeah, so you can go back and tell him that. Tell him to stop ducking me as well, yeah?
What's the source, though?
And listen, if
who did a million pay-per-views?
Well, that's what Best Fight the Best was saying Wilder Ortiz 2 was going to do. Yeah, and he done a show on it and he's taking it down.
But is it a projection? Is it a
clown?
But is it a projection or is it a report show?
He's trying to say it's fact. Like he says everything's a fact. He wouldn't have fact if it smacked him in his top lip. Yeah? Right. Anyway, if someone offered me a job for 2 times the wages, I'm taking that job unless it's too much hard work. Yeah? So if I'm Hearn, I'm offering Wilder double his highest purse. If he don't like it,
I
don't even know where the number's coming from. Though. Like, anybody tell me about where the number came from or nothing. It just 138,000. That's what he done. My brother.
Dude,
What?
they, bruh. Listen, no sources, no links. Got to make you think. Going out to Brandon in Cincinnati. Talk to me.
What up, B?
What up, Mike? What up, Ness? God damn, them phone lines lit, man. I'm loving the growth. I'm loving the growth. 60 million for Joshua doesn't surprise me. The guy's a fucking star. Like I said, when I was in Jamaica on my way to Duns Rivers Falls, I was in the taxi with an 80-year-old white couple, and they was talking about Joshua. 80-year-old white couples, and that just shows you the guy's star power over there in the UK. Even some older
Well,
UK
you got to
couple.
remember, man. You got to remember, a lot of Europeans travel to the Caribbean. It's very cheap. I only travel in the Caribbean,
Yeah.
and that's all I bump into is Europeans. I have the same conversations, to be honest with you, but that's because I know their accents, so I just automatically think that they're gonna know boxing. So I ask them questions, or vice versa. But yeah, it's common to bump into Eastern European people in the Caribbean because that's like
Yeah. I'm
a
saying
hotbed.
just the fact. I'm saying just the fact that they're 80-year-old UK white couple who probably don't watch boxing and they know him. That just shows you the significance of him over there.
Yeah, but I
As
think
far as
that's the
that,
big difference, Brandon. That's what we've been talking about for years. That in the UK, there are people of all demographics that are aware of boxing. It's different here.
yeah, yeah. So but I agree with you, man, about that Floyd Mayweather shit, man. As soon as you said, he ain't taking nobody on the private jet with him, I just started thinking about Ammo Williams and how Eddie Hearn had Ammo after like two professional fights on a private jet with him, kicking it, showing him, how it is to live that superstar life. He hollering at, fine ass ring girls and shit. And that just shows you, man, the type of shit he do for his fighters that Floyd don't do. So I agree with you there 100%. And I just want to address Stunner and all the people saying the reason why boxing ain't as big over here is because we have other sports. I got a question. When Mike Tyson was boxing, he was one of the biggest sports stars, period. Was football and basketball not around back then? What about Sugar Ray Leonard? One of the biggest stars, period, in all the sports. Was football and basketball not around then? Floyd Mayweather, one of the biggest sports guys, period. Football and basketball was around then, so that's just an excuse, man. Bottom line is, if you're a star, you're gonna be a star regardless of what other sports around.
Thank you.
Because Mike Tyson was a fucking megastar.
Hell yeah. And when Mike was around, it was fucking everybody. You had Patrick, you had Mike Jordan, you had everybody when Mike was around, man. I'm telling you, that's just an excuse Americans like to make because UK produces the stars. And the reason they produce is based off their fans. It's not the fighters. When y'all get that through your head, y'all would stop, arguing so much. But let's go out to Atlanta. GT Kid, talk to me.
What up, GT?
Hey, what's going on, Ness? What's going on, Mike? How y'all doing?
All right, all right.
Wonderful.
Good, yeah. Totally agree with you about Floyd. Spot on. He could do a lot more, but he doesn't. But I did want to touch on real quick the guy brought up the Forbes numbers, and that was just for 2019. That wasn't for like Korea, so I don't understand. It's 55 million, and then 10 of that 55 is endorsements, and the other 45 is actual fight winnings. And that was just one fight this year because he's only fought one time this year so far. So, and then just looking forward to the fight, man. And I didn't know they were doing anything for Tank. I didn't hear about the presser or anything here because I live in Atlanta, so I would have went, but gonna try and find out so I can go to the final presser maybe or the weigh-in or something like that. It's gonna be good to have some boxing in Atlanta. That's all I got, fellas. You guys have a good day.
I would have liked to hear him say his thoughts on the promotion out there for the Tank fight.
Yeah, me too, because he down there in Atlanta. Yeah.
Brandon, North Carolina, talk to me.
What up, Brandon?
Good morning, fellas. Good morning. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Ness.
Morning.
Man, I hate when CYP calls because he messes up my calls. But listen, I want to debunk his Forbes call. Forbes is from June to June. AJ's earnings for this June did not even report on Forbes. They're talking about the it'll be the Forbes for this. That's what the numbers would have been for this one. But they're from June to June. AJ's net worth is it's like $60 million. If you look up celebritynetworth.com. They'll tell you the Forbes for the boxers. Also, people who complained about the refs and the ref would be a problem, just like Mike just said, or I don't know if it was Mike or that said, hey, if they was to help AJ, wouldn't the ref had to help AJ or maybe call a doctor up or something to come help him or come look at him? So let's not blame the refs about the fight. And in the Floyd and Pacquiao, yeah, that was y'all just said that how we're making excuses saying that, oh well, AJ's big in the UK because they don't have anything else. But Floyd and Pacquiao, they made the same money, man. They were just as big in the US. So I don't know why these people making excuses. I'm an AJ fan. I'm a Wilder fan. I'm looking forward to the fight. I actually tried to get a flight to the Saudi Arabia, but I call again about the visa thing. There was some tricky stuff about that visa thing. But thanks for letting me have a call, man. Y'all have a good one, man.
Brandon, appreciate the call as always. Let's see what we got here. We got Denta. Talk to me.
Denta. What's up, big homie?
No, I'm saying that wrong. You just muted yourself, champ. Unmute.
Can you hear me, brothers?
We'll hear you, brother. What's going on?
What's up? Breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you breaking up. We're going to try and bear with you just a little bit more, see what's up, because I think he's calling for like somewhere far. But it ain't working, Denta.
Move the phone around a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that ain't working, brother. We're going to go right. We're going to get on to, did we get to Joshua to New Orleans?
Nope.
All right. Well, you up, champ?
Yeah, good morning. I'm gonna base my call on shout to CYP, Stunner, Brandon in Cincinnati, and Brandon in North Carolina. I want to ask Brandon in North Carolina how that weight cut coming along for him with his Border Wars fight. And then second, for his referees, boxing has always showed you their hand. Boxing is a tainted sport. People who constantly go fight for fighters just either casuals or fanatics or just people who just down with boxing. So a ref can play a big part in the fight coming up, and we seen it firsthand. And when you seen referee step in and interfere fights, try to control the pace of the fight and all that. So kill all that saying a ref can't control and predict how a fight comes. The Forbes listings, I'm not gonna go with numbers. I always believed that AJ was overhyped with his money Eddie Hearn said he was making. I think it was used for promoting purposes. So I have never believed them on what they made or say he made and say he's the cash cow. Brandon in Cincinnati, we normally agree a lot, but I do agree with the call Stunner said earlier about the UK fans and making bigger stars because the UK fans are more loyal. The Mexican fans are more loyal. American fans only buy into the hype. And they got to take the right type of hype coming along with the right type of athlete for you to become a star in this sport. That's my call.
All right. Joshua, thanks for calling in. We got... Yo, let me see. We got in DMV.
Dollar DiBiase Productions.
J Hardcore Boxing. You don't know shit about boxing. Boxingboys.com.
Yo. Good morning, fellas. How y'all feeling today?
All good, brother. Thank you for calling in. What up, Jay?
It ain't too much, man. Just checking in, man. Touching base every time I can get a little bit in, boy. This is my fix. So, like a junkie, you got to get it in. So I appreciate the show always. Hey, man, one thing I want to say about referees, man, they can make a difference in a fight,
look at when we was looking at Joshua and Parker. He wouldn't let them fight inside. So that makes a big difference right there, because if we had a referee this weekend that don't allow Andy to fight inside, that would be a big handicap. But hopefully we get a good straight fight, man. And I still haven't put together who I feel is going to win that particular fight, man. I said I'm going to wait till I see the weigh-in. And, it's all based with me about Josh's mentality, man. Is he there or if he's not, man? But one thing we do know that he is chinny. And in the heavyweight division, only one shot can put you down, and it's over with. So hopefully we get a Rumble in the Jungle remake and not just some bullshit this weekend where it's just a money take, man. And Joshua, he's making that cake, man. There's no way around it, man. I'm pretty much sure that that brother is well taken care of. Andy is making a lot of goddamn money, and I'm happy for that, man. So, everything has changed in his life, and I would love to see him bring.
Jay, man, thanks for calling in. We're going out to Jesus in Cali.
What's going on, Jesus?
Hey, what are we talking about today? What's the topic?
Talking about AJ
Hello?
getting a reported $60 million for this
And
fight.
Andy making 9.
I mean, Andy, if he could win and do it again, which I believe he can, it'll switch that. I think he'll switch it. I think he'll start getting paid more, and Joshua will start getting paid a little less. Does that make sense or not?
Yeah.
If he wins,
I mean,
his payday definitely goes up.
I mean, Joshua's still the zone. He's like the golden boy for the zone right now, still. But also the Floyd Mayweather, man. Floyd Mayweather, the reason he doesn't promote and all that is because he wants to be the king. He wants to stay the king of boxing, and he wants to retire as the king. You know what I mean? And that's just right. He could have been like the king of promotion. He could have had a rivalry with Golden Boy, but we all know how Floyd is. Floyd wants to be the best for himself, like 50 Cent or something. So like 50 Cent in G-Unit, 50 didn't let nobody else shine by himself. So that's my call.
All right. I mean, I think in music is a little different, man, because I fucked with Lloyd Banks heavy and Tony Yayo, but they projects wasn't ever a 50 project, even though I bought Hunger for More and even, Lloyd Banks' sophomore album. I probably bought everything Lloyd Banks did. But he just never bubbled, man. That's just like the Locks. Like they never bubble because some people just don't, man. Some people just don't. We got Davidian. Davidian, you in Hawaii? Where you at?
Hawaii? No, I ain't in Hawaii.
Hey man, at least I got you laughing this morning. Where you at?
No, I'm in Buffalo, New York.
Oh, that's right.
Chilling.
That's right. Upstate.
Yeah. I wish I was in Hawaii. It's nice in Hawaii, but it's cold over in Buffalo. I wish I was in Hawaii, but good morning to y'all. I don't know. I can't wait. It's fight week. I'm real excited for this fight. I'm rooting for the Mexican American. I don't know. I can't rock with Joshua. He's a good fighter, but I mean, he's got the muscles and everything, but I don't know about his mentality. He still looks kind of weird to me. I don't know. But we'll see Saturday. Maybe he got it, but he just looks, I don't know, he looks bizarre, and I don't know. I just can't rock with him no more. And he is, to me, he is chinny. Even going back to when he fought Klitschko. Klitschko put him down. We know what Wilder would do to him, so it's like he don't want to fight him. So I can't rock with nobody like that. Sorry, I want to, but I just think Ruiz is gonna beat him up again. So yeah, I mean, about the money thing, Joshua makes money. hopefully Ruiz will make more, especially if he wins, which I believe he does.
Rod and A70.
What up, Rod?
Hey, hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I just wanted to call in and correct. I think you guys are missing a point with the guy Brandon. I think that was his name. He was saying what he's saying is it's not that U.S. boxers can't become stars. He's saying that due to the competition over here, it's a lot tougher. It's almost like if you were starting a business, you wouldn't go start a business in an oversaturated market. You would probably look for a market that doesn't have a McDonald's and place your McDonald's there so you could take over the market. So when you're looking at fighters, if you were starting a fighter and you could make him a U.S. or a U.K. fighter, and you said, okay, what's his better chances of becoming a star? You would probably choose the U.K. because he could be an average to good fighter and become a star in the U.K. But like the guy just named Tyson and Floyd Mayweather, those are mega stars. Those are stars that will live on 100 years after they die. So we're talking about mega stars in the U.S. versus a regular guy having a 30-4 record becoming a star in the U.K. So you got to look at the difference. It's almost like a business. That's how you got to look at it. Where's the probability higher to become a star? And with the U.K. not having a lot of sports and a lot of superstars, it's higher over there versus over here. That's what he's saying. They can become a star over here, though, no doubt. That's my call.
Rule. Thanks for calling in.
That's my nigga Rod and A70, man.
Shit.
That rule.
Oh shit. Rod
Too many
and
calls over
A70.
there, man. Got your ass discombobulated.
We got a new caller, Jesse. Talk to us.
Jesse, where you calling from?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm calling from Compton.
What up, Jesse and Compton?
Shout out Compton.
Oh, what's up? No, I was gonna ask you guys. You know how Andy signs PBC? Is Al Heyman is Al Heyman his promoter, or is he his advisor? Like Jacobs.
Yeah,
I think his
I'm pretty sure he's an advisor. He ain't no promoter.
Okay, well, that being said, do you think it's possible that somehow Andy would be able to become a Dazn fighter, like by any chance,
We had
like
this
one of the major
conversation last week, I believe, right, Ness?
What?
This if Andy will Andy look at the zone, you know what I'm saying? If that becomes
I
possible.
believe he will. I believe he will.
Because I'd imagine that maybe because I know Dazn is freaking has deep pockets right now, so I'd imagine they have enough money to buy out the contract or work something out, you know?
Yeah, I don't know about buying out the contract, work something out, yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, that's if Andy wins the fight coming up, all those belts leaving and going to the PBZ is just like the worst thing because the zone doesn't really have much attraction after that. Well, I mean, they have a shitload of fighters, but they would want to keep as many belts as possible. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, and also I was gonna say, in the event that Andy beats Joshua, does he get some of his purse or not?
Nah, he don't get none of his purse. That would be dope. John at One White Boy Texas, talk to us.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What up?
What up?
Not a whole lot, just working. That's a lot of money. I agree. We have a lot of American sports here. Can't pay Wilder that much, but he's getting a lot of money, AJ is, and so is Ruiz. I just want to say, smash the like button, man. I'm here working, not really paying attention too hard to the show. I apologize, but smash the like button. Subscribe to the Boxing Voice and Mike on Sports. Go to Patreon, become a Patreon supporter of these gentlemen, and you get a ton of benefits on that Patreon app, man. For real, it's really where it's at. Y'all got to go sign up. $5 a month, man. All right, then. Y'all have a good one. I'm outie.
Michael, UK, talk to me.
What up, Mike? Mike?
Oh, shit. Oh. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, 60 million, that's a lot of money. Like, I just want to know when do I get my cut? That's all I want to say. But But yeah, like first off, yeah, this CYG, CYP, CY, he, whatever his name is, yeah, needs to stop calling up and start saying facts, facts, facts after every sentence. Because what he's talking about is not facts. It's the biggest bowl of bullshit, the biggest troll I've ever heard in my entire life. That guy needs to stop coming up with facts. Every penny he says facts, I'll be a millionaire. Anyways, that's that. Second part of it is Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, like Floyd Mayweather is not a great promoter at all. Like I've been saying this from ages ago. He's not really Leonard Ellaby. He's the main promoter, really. Mayweather's not really promoting. He's out in Japan doing exhibition fights, doing whatever. And Ellaby is the one that does all the promoting. Like if you've noticed it, like even when he went and promoted Gervonta Davis, he came over to the UK. He was promoting Gervonta Davis, and then he done a face-off between Gervonta and the UK guy. I forgot his name. And all Mayweather was talking about is himself. He was talking about himself with the whole one-to-one, talking about himself. He didn't even talk about Gervonta once. I felt embarrassed for Gervonta. So he's not a good promoter other than when he's talking about himself. So he's like a what's it called, narcissist or whatever you call it. But yeah, other than that, looking forward to Saturday. AJ to win. You know how it goes down. Bye.
Mike, man, thank you for the call as always. Always appreciate you guys helping us continue to be an international show. We going out to No Way.
What up, No Way?
Whatever that is. You probably don't know his Skype name is No Way. Going once, twice.
Hello. Can you hear me?
We
Can
hear
you hear me?
you. We hear you.
Okay, cool. What's up, guys? Calling from Oakland. All right, so 60 million guaranteed would be the biggest guaranteed purse in boxing history. I think we'd hear a lot more of it instead of having these weird press releases from it. I think they would pump that a little bit more.
What weird press release did you receive? Because we're going off
from
of
you.
Forbes.
I'm hearing it from you. Okay, exactly. Forbes. That's what I'm saying. Like the fact that Forbes is doing it, it would be everywhere. Because this would be the biggest guaranteed purse in boxing history by a lot. But anyway, we're going to keep on going. Eddie, comparing Eddie's second generation promoter to Floyd, I don't know why that would even be a comparison. But anyway, I will say that PBC.
What do you mean? Why isn't it a comparison?
Because
90 seconds.
Because Floyd is a self promoter, really not a promoter. He's a fighter. Like that. Anyway.
And so was De La Hoya.
PBC. Can I get through my thing and then?
I'm just saying.
I can do it. So PBC is about marginalizing promoters. They shouldn't have a promoter as their face. They're talking about the fighters having the power, not the promoter. So the talent should be the face of PBC, not a promoter.
Yeah, they're doing a good job at promoting themselves.
I got
60
it.
seconds.
Lastly, the USA has verified numbers, not like these weird media reports. And they have not only the highest paid fighters with verified, but they also have a bunch of fighters that are making 3 million, 5 million. Loma, the Spences, the Dannys. Like the USA market is way bigger and way more lucrative than every other market all over the world, including the UK.
So
combined.
Are you saying Forbes is not an American entity and it's not credible either?
I'm saying that financial numbers from media reports are never credible.
Financial numbers from Forbes, are they not credible?
No, they're not credible. Forbes, people whose numbers have been on Forbes came out and said that ain't my numbers.
Okay.
10 seconds.
Okay. I mean, hey, listen, Anthony Joshua's promoter, Eddie Hearn, came out and said that 85 million is exaggerated, right? I mean, I don't know why you want the tax man to know the truth. But thank you for your call. That is your time. Do appreciate it. We got Steve in Chicago. Talk to us.
What up, Steve?
Yeah, hey, how's it going, guys? We got to remember how this original fight happened. Ruiz, remember, he reached out to Hearn, so of course he's just he begged for the fight. So when you're begging, you're gonna get whatever you get. So the money doesn't surprise me. But as far as the Mayweather thing, Ellerby, he showed when you interviewed, he showed that he's delusional. He don't know. He's probably gonna go down as the worst promoter ever. But the only thing I'm afraid of is PBC is kind of isolating themselves from everybody else. They're trying to make this mythical PBC belt people talk about. And what's going to happen is, what do they want? A league of their own with their own refs? You know, they're disenfranchising the WBO. Where are they going to have their own refs, their own judges, and who's going to buy that? Who's going to follow that? So I don't know. PBC is treading on thin ice, in my opinion. I like their model, but you're basically pointing out today that that model ain't working, having the fighters promote themselves, because that's what they do. Let's just cut the bullshit. PBC has the fighters promote themselves. They don't have a promotion. Ellerby doesn't promote. They expect the fighters to do it on their own. And basically, what we're saying today is that model's broken. It's not working. So that's my call.
As consumers, we're saying this. You know what I mean? You know, Ellerby telling me he can't tell me how he's quantifying Gervonta Davis' stardom. You know, that's an issue. But listen, we'll see based off his numbers if they release them. You know, it's not. It's just like everything else. We'll see. We
Got a
got
super chat coming from C. James. For all you American dummies, boxing like the fourth or fifth rated sport in the UK behind football, rugby, cricket, etc., etc. Shaking my head. I didn't know y'all consider cricket like cricket. I put two sports together. I didn't know y'all consider cricket like a real sport.
Bruh, they could, dart is their number one sport.
I thought it was soccer.
Nah, I bet you it's darts.
I thought, look, I don't even like calling soccer soccer. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I ain't doing it justice. Like kickball, right?
Kickball?
Yeah, that ain't what
You
it
mean football?
Kickball.
Nah. The only people that call soccer soccer, I think, are Americans. Everywhere else is called football.
Where I'm from, we call it kickball.
You know, because, you know, we American. Well, I could be wrong, you know. I'm just like everybody. Whatever I say is facts until you fucking prove the real facts. You pull out the real facts, yo. Let's see here. Who we got? We got Steven. Talk to me.
What up, Steven?
Yeah, can you hear me, guys?
We hear you, brother.
Mike, first of all, you trolling us, man. It's football all day long.
Trolling y'all fucking hard, man. I'm telling you, boy. Go to Mike on Sports. Y'all see all kind of troll shit.
Wait. You said it's called what? Football, right?
It's football, man. Yeah, it's football all day long.
I told you. I'm
If
not
you
trolling.
don't think cricket's a sport, you can't call baseball a sport. It's one and the same thing.
You fucking kidding me? You really comparing baseball to cricket?
Check them out. They're
Yo,
both
with that
sports,
flat ass bat.
But anyway, to my point,
Bruh, the bat itself says something about you guys. Like
they got a 2x4.
No, it's a 2x6. Americans have a skinny ass 2-inch circular bat, and
have you
UK
felt how hard a
dudes.
cricket ball is?
Yo, listen.
You do not want to get hit by one of those at 90 miles an hour.
I hear you, bro, but I don't know, man. You got a paddle ball on the cricket field.
But man, honestly, the super chat's right. Boxing is not the second most active sport. It's probably the most casual sport, followed second of all. But there is a lot of sports that take precedent over boxing. So this myth with that, it's hella popular in terms of people participating. It's wrong. It's still fifth or sixth in what people actually participate in. But to the fight, I don't know, man. I'm worried for AJ. I want him to win, obviously, but I think Andy's got his number.
I wouldn't put it past Andy, man. I mean, he made it happen, man. He made it happen. Steven, thanks for calling. We got Stone. Whoop, what up?
Super chat from Riding 870. I can name 25 U.S. star athletes. Most UK would know easily in 4 sports. I can't name anyone other than a few boxers and soccer players. That last chat was BS. Yeah. Honestly, nigga, I can't name no cricket players or rugby players. Maybe that's just not my demographic. You know what I'm saying? But I can see that it's very, very popular. You know what I'm saying? With the videos that I've been doing. But as far as that, I can't name nobody. Football, soccer, kickball. I can name a couple of players, but for the most part, man, you guys know our athletes way before we know y'all's.
Yeah, I never heard of none of them dudes, bro.
Oh, bro, I have no idea. I know they had a soccer player that wanted to be a boxer, but I don't know if he's still boxing or not.
Did we ever get the mic in Miami?
We went to him, but he said come back to him.
All right, we're gonna go to NL on the boomerang, or you want to come back later. There's still a couple callers, if you want to make like a final call. You there? Anything there? All right, nobody there. Mike in Miami, talk to me.
Yo, what's going on, man?
What up?
What up, Mike?
Hey, how y'all get my name, Mike? Mike.
I mean, ain't that what you
That
told
what
us?
Ness said. Shit, I'm just kidding, Mike.
I could be wrong, I guess. I mean, we could correct it. It's not Mike?
Yeah, it's Mike, but it's my first time calling. I was shocked.
Nah, this definitely ain't your first time calling. Ain't you from Miami?
No, I'm from Palm Beach.
Okay, well, you might have said Miami the last time
but
you called.
Yeah, but anyways, who y'all going for in this fight Saturday?
And I'm Ruiz all day.
Find out my pick Thursday night on the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with AJ, man. I feel like it's tailor made for him. I think because it ain't gonna be a fair fight. I think it's gonna be a robbery. He handpicked the referee. I mean, the title's going back to him easily. It's more money to be made with AJ than it is with Ruiz.
I don't know about all that.
I'm riding with AJ.
I don't know about all that, man.
I'm telling you, man. If it goes to a decision, you're gonna see, man. I mean, watch, you'll see.
I don't know about all that, man, because
But that's my call, then.
Because we don't know, bruh. If Ruiz go in there, Mike, and do the same damn thing, we don't know the level of stardom that he could reach as a Mexican American, bruh. As a fat dude doing that, he could open up a whole new. It'd be the Biggie era all over again, man. Remember Heavy D, Biggie, motherfucking Big Pun. Yo, they had fat dudes had shit on Smash for a minute until they didn't. He could bring that shit all back.
Yeah.
All back. You seen GQ did a spread on him already. They know how to throw a blazer on him and make him look real fit. I'm telling you, stop playing. What? The boy speak Mexican? He speak English and Spanish? Nah, man. Bilingual stars is needed. We going to JR and JR Velasco. All right. Got that right?
Yeah, it's Junior.
What up, Mr. Velasco?
What up, champ?
Yeah, man. What's up, man? I just seen chat that the Wilder or Ortiz did 138 pay-per-view buys. Is that true?
Where you seen that?
Rick Glazer. I guess he got out a tweet saying that he did 138,000 pay-per-view buys.
Yeah, man. We had an interview. We had an interview with Rick earlier this week, and Rick has no sources, man. Rick basically discredited the last pay-per-view numbers for like the last 20 years, man, without any proof. It's like, how you going to tell me Mayweather-Pacquiao didn't do what Mayweather-Pacquiao did without proof? You telling me every pay-per-view in history didn't do what it did without proof? You're just saying, I know. It's like, I don't know. It's not credible enough. And we had an interview with him, so you could check it out. And, I told him that on the show, so, Rick's opinion isn't a source.
Okay. Okay, that makes more sense then. Yeah, man. But, that's my call. I just wanted to find out if it's true, get the facts.
All right. Yeah, I mean, the last time his name was attached to a Wilder pay-per-view buy rate, he said, the internet was saying he said 2,500, and that's why we had him on the show. So I'm not going to have a second interview to find out whether he believes it's 138, because when he was on the show, he said that he only uses 1,000 people as a pool to gauge his numbers of the world. So that doesn't, well, not the world of America, let's be fair, right? It's only in America that you can get these numbers as far as pay-per-view, but he just needs more. You need more for me to believe that. Just like we question other sources, So we're going. Excuse me?
Absolutely.
All right. We're going to E Black. Talk to me in, I think Texas, right? Could be wrong.
Yeah. One of my partners listening to the show. What's up, Corey? But man, that's some good numbers, though, man. That's some good numbers. I like the fact that boxers are getting paid that much. If I gotta talk about one thing, y'all keep watching Floyd Instagram, and y'all be. Let me ask y'all this: how many times have y'all seen Jordan on a Team Jordan commercial? He's not on the commercials that he signed to people, man. So stop trying to look at him
man, you can't even compare this because NBA is built in. NBA is like a franchise. It's always gonna sell. It's a continuing franchise. Mayweather Promotions is not a franchise. Mayweather Promotions, he is the franchise. Without him, there is nothing. So he needs to promote.
Exactly.
You can't give him a pass. Don't give him a pass.
What people keep saying is, why don't Floyd do this? Why don't Floyd do this? You don't see Jordan do the exact same thing. If you who got paid more money in terms of contract?
What
Floyd.
is Jordan not doing? I'm confused. Jordan has a basketball team, the Charlotte Hornets. He's at almost every fucking home game.
No, we're not talking about that. You guys are talking about promoting. I'm just saying Jordan doesn't promote. Jordan does not promote teams.
Floyd Mayweather is the fucking vocal point of Mayweather Promotions. Michael Jordan is the vocal point, not of the NBA, but of the Charlotte Hornets. And he is a very vocal person when it comes to that aspect. He's at every home game, and he's supporting his team. I can't say the same thing about Floyd Mayweather being at every Mayweather promotion event. Can you?
Hell no, but that is your time, E Black. Hit us back. We going to Alex in Fresno. Talk to us.
Hey, don't start my time yet. Oh, hold up. Hey, I was just going to tell you, Anthony Joshua did his public workout right now. He said that Andy Ruiz been on his mind since June 1st, and he's going to forever be on his mind. And then he said that after he knocks out Andy Ruiz on Saturday, that he's going to do a trilogy. He said he wants another fight with Andy Ruiz. It's crazy. But, all right, real quick, on my call. Hey, Andy Ruiz did take short money, man. He took the contract. It was an opportunity. So I mean, it's obvious that whether it be $13 million or $80 million to $9 million to Anthony Joshua's $60 million, it's obviously short money. But it's obvious for the he had to do it to get the opportunity. So that's for sure on that one.
Do y'all know what short money means, man?
Mike, if me and you were going in on some kind of business deal, and I'm giving you $9 million, but I'm gonna get 60, you're not gonna accept that contract,
bro. Yes, I will. If I'm not bringing shit to the fucking table, and I already signed a contract, give me that $9 million, give me that $6 million the first time. What are you talking about?
Andrew Ruiz has all the belts right now. He's bringing the belts to the table.
Contract. If you go back prior to June 1st, you can't take short money when you're given an opportunity. There's no way. The only way you can take short money is you hold a position and you have leverage. And you say, no, what? Fuck that. I ain't going to take my worth. I'm going to take short money. That's what short money means, is taking your position and sacrificing it and taking less than what you're worth. Andy was not a big time sought after fight. When this fight was made, we made fun of this fight. Oh, AJ gonna do it in 3 or 4 rounds. Come on, man. Short money, bro. Y'all gotta quit saying that shit.
Okay, I understand what you're saying about the first fight. Yes, I agree with you about that. But the rematch, that's obvious short money. That's a bad contract on the rematch. And I remember because, June 1st, I remember that because you guys laughed me off my call when I called and I picked Andy Ruiz. And you guys remember right after the Joseph Parker, you guys did the video. When you guys watched the video,
I remember.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah. But so I understand. I agree with you about the first fight, but definitely not the rematch. Hey, quick question: you guys have any about the time of the fight? You guys have any thoughts on that? Because like it's starting at noon over here
2:30,
in the West
2:30
Coast.
p.m. Eastern time. 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, and it starts at. Let me see here.
No, yeah, it starts at noon for us over here. I'm just saying, you guys have any thoughts on that? Is that going to affect anything?
Why would it affect? This is an on-demand site. This is not a pay-per-view. You guys still using your head the old way. This is on demand. They don't care about live numbers. They care about people watching it. That's it. Don't matter when they watch it. That's what you gotta understand. Did we ever get the Stone Bone?
Nope.
Stone Bone boxing.
What's the deal?
What up?
Man, I'm gonna just say this, man. I appreciate that I'm able to do multiple thousands and dollars of deals a day, so I understand money. Most of these guys, they can't even get a dollar raise at their job, but they saying Andy taking short money. In the first fight, Andy made how much money?
$6 million. I could be wrong.
All right, well, we're gonna just go off what we're hearing. 6 million, right? Bam. And we said AJ made what, 30 million? 30 million or something? We said for his first fight against Ruiz, right?
Yeah, like 34.
34. All right. So how much is AJ making this fight?
60.
Now 60 million, right? That's a base. That's a double up, right? Pretty much. A double up minus 4 million, right? Double up would be 68, but minus 4. Double up minus 4. Andy made 6. How much is he making this fight? 11.
You say 9,
We've heard,
but I've heard 11, 12.
We've heard 11, 12, and upwards to 13.
I ain't hear 13, man. The highest I heard was 11.
All right, just say 11. So 11, 12 would be a double up, right? So a double up minus $1 million. That's what he got. They both getting double the money they got the last fight. You idiots. Learn how to count. It ain't the best deal, but it's a better deal. We was on this channel bitching about, oh, Andy don't want to fight. He's holding out. He should take the 6 million and get back in the ring. And then he get 11 million. Now you niggas are still bitching. Shut up. This dude is getting paid more money than he's made in his last 12 fights in one night. In his last 12 fights, he's making more money in one night than he made in his last 12 fights, including the 6 million that he got the last fight. So let's keep it real. Andy's gonna knock him out, and he's gonna get 20, 25 million for the AJ. For the
Everybody like, yo, Ness, the main event don't start till 9 p.m. I don't know about all that. Cards start at 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 a.m. That's what time you should watch it. You should watch everybody. Stop just trying to tune into the fucking main event. Watch everybody. Don't be like Troy. Don't be like Troy calling in talking about fights from 50 years ago. Watch some shit this weekend.
Okay.
We going out to Marcus. Talk to us.
What up, Marcus? Ohio Run Boxing.
Nah, not that Marcus.
My bad.
I don't think it is. Yo,
what's up?
What up?
Y'all talking to me?
Yeah.
Mark Ness?
Yeah.
Ness, peace. Good morning. Thanks for the morning show. Peace, Mike. How you doing, brother?
What up?
Good. Thank you, brother.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna hold you guys up. I'm gonna let y'all get the rest of the calls. I just want to tell y'all thanks for what y'all doing, man, with these morning shows, keeping everybody in tune. I just had two things I want to say. One, I wish they'll stop talking about the lucky punch. AJ shouldn't say that. Nobody should even give that credence because
You went to a dead zone, buddy?
Now what happened, boy? It sounded like he had a motherfucking chopped and screw version.
before I close this call out, Ness, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, man, that shit already closed out, bro. Go ahead.
Okay. And the last question I want to ask Ness, the show you guys were running yesterday, on the screen was showing this clip of AJ. I guess he had on like some red and black, and he was sparring with somebody, and they dropped him. Where did you get that from? 'Cause I was trying to show it to somebody online, and
that ain't AJ. I never said that was AJ.
That's not AJ. It wasn't AJ in the middle on the screen
with the black and
he
red.
had on the red and black. Yeah.
Don't he look like AJ?
Yeah, that's not him.
Nah, that ain't him. I don't know if that's him. That hasn't been confirmed. That ain't been
But
confirmed.
it's on the screen while we was talking about AJ. So I kept rewinding and watching, rewinding and watching. I was like, man, what is this clip from? I've been everywhere trying to find that because he got rocked. He looked like
It's
an
on our
amateur.
it's on our Instagram, bro. That's why I told. I see. I don't get it. But thank you for calling. I don't get why people don't follow us everywhere. You gotta follow us on all forms of social media. Maybe when we not live on YouTube, we can still get you laughing on Instagram. You gotta follow us on the Boxing Voice on Instagram. That's at THABOXINGVOICE on Instagram. Yeah, man. Hey, yo, I posted that shit. Everybody went crazy. Ohio Runs Boxing, J Hardcore. I see everybody be using that shit. Bro, and I said in my caption, like, I said, look, I'm just posting this. All I'ma say is, who do this look like? And bruh, I have verified fighters. Go through the comments yourself. I ain't putting nobody in there. Verified fighters dropping that AJ. Yo, I don't know. They leaked that shit, bruh. He was getting. I don't know. We going to checkmate boxing. Talk to us.
And then with that 1-2, boy, dropped his ass down.
Checkmate.
Checkmate.
You hear me?
Yes, yes,
Can you hear me?
yes.
Yeah, what up, fellas? Yeah, let me. Hey, I gotta disagree with you on this, Mike. I feel like.
That's right. He don't want to answer, Mike.
Are you gonna let me get my? Y'all always cut me off before I even get my question out, man. Let me get my statement out. My point is, when it comes to those contracts, it's an unconscionable contract. When you have a champion, a holder of 4 belts, getting $9 million, and the loser is getting sent. They should have took it all the way to court. The judge could have, because Andy, when he signed that under duress. His bills was late. He almost was getting, losing his home and everything else. He could have got that. That is worth something. This is why I despise Eddie Hearn. This is why I want the zone to fail. This is why I want AJ Head to get knocked off in the desert.
You a hater, man. You a hater.
I'm hating. They're robbing that nigga. Come on.
How you praise Al Heyman for getting his fighters paid, then you ain't praising Eddie for getting his fighters paid? You gonna stop hating, man.
You got 40%. And
yo, what's Dennis Hogan purse? What's Dennis Hogan purse?
The dude is getting $9 million.
What is Dennis Hogan purse?
$100 million.
What's Dennis Hogan purse?
They're getting $85 million from Saudi. They getting money from the Zone. They getting money from Sky. Come on, man.
What is Dennis Hogan purse? What is Dennis Hogan purse?
That is messed up. I would have took it to court. I would have said, no, you're going to pay me 50%.
Come on, man. We out, dog. Last caller. That was it. We done ski. Oh, we got fucking Pat and Bean Town. What up, Pat?
Then we got CYP on the third boomerang.
Oh, yeah, man. We ain't going nowhere, man. We here for life.
What up, Pat?
Real quick, I want to talk about, you guys got me, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we got shit. He said I would have took him to court.
Real quick, I want to talk about the gloves are off. I haven't talked about that yet, and kind of what I saw in that and AJ. Man, AJ wouldn't make eye contact with this man. That was crazy. It really looked like he was frightened. Legitimately, like Andy was just smiling, looking at him, and especially when Andy said he quit, like AJ was like looking around, all scared, like a little puppy dog. It was crazy, man. That's a sign to me right there. I mean, AJ's always been a little bit suspect with that kind of that competitor's mentality, you know. I feel like he might be a little bit soft and a little bit scared. So, Andy, I know that was a while ago, but I was just surprised, man. If I know I'm not AJ, but if that was me, man, I'd be at least dead eye, you know. I wouldn't be panning all around. Like, I'd want to go after this dude. I mean, it's just crazy that it seems like he's scared from that.
Pat, Beantown, CYP, talk to us, Triple Ray.
What up, CYP?
Yeah. Let me close this show out right. I see
some of y'all confused. When you went to Celebrity Net Worth had him at $60 million. Forbes had him at 55. That's only $5 million difference, man. And anybody who studied this like I have, Celebrity Net Worth always has more money on the books than Forbes does. So $5 million. Now, if you look at Celebrity Net Worth, it gives you his bio and it tells you how much he made for each fight. 10 million here, 10 here, 13 here, 50. It adds it up. That way you understand where the 60 million came from. All y'all saying, oh, that's between June and June. Celebrity Net Worth killed your argument because it gave the prices for Takam, Parker, Povetkin. It gave all of them. That's how they got the money. Now add that up. Add Wilder Celebrity Net Worth, which had him at 30 million. Forbes had him at 31. They have him at 30. But y'all want to use that as arguments. They both are the same for Wilder. And they didn't even calculate the last Ortiz fight. So again, like I said, when you think about it, Wilder and AJ have been fucking neck and fucking neck in career earnings for money. If it wasn't for Dazn, there would be no 20 plus guaranteed $1 million purses on AJ's resume. And if I'm lying, one of y'all in the chat, find one source that says AJ's net worth is $100 million, $80 million. Find it before this fight happens. Because 5 times 25 with the 5 fights he's fought is $125 million. Find us one. You won't find it. You notice everybody that calls in and says I'm a liar, all they say is
cut it. All right, CYP out. We got anybody else on the docket, man, before we give our outro?
We got Juan in the BX.
What up, Juan?
Yo, I pressed one by mistake, but anyway, fuck it. Now that I got it. Yeah, that Floyd shit, man. He does promote. I don't know what y'all talking about. Anytime I get on his site, shit, I found his strip club when I went to fucking Vegas because of that promotion.
Yeah, that's what he promotes. He promotes his strip club promotion more than his own fucking fighters, bro. That's the sad part. Every weekend he got a girl up there.
Shit. Hell yeah. You can find some hot bitches just looking at his page and shit if you up in Vegas or whatnot. But yeah, that 65 mil with with AJ and shit. I mean, we shouldn't even give a fuck what these boxers make regardless. They probably make more. We just don't even know it. Probably Brahma made fucking 30 million and just hit it because of taxes and all that shit. But who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, we know who's going to win that fight. We already know AJ can't take a punch. And once he blows. I mean, I seen homeboy Supay fly off his head when he threw a punch to land on Ortiz. Fucking shit is real, bro. Anyway, that's my call. Y'all fellas have a good day.
All right, Juan, big dog.
Thanks for calling in. We going out to Stainless on the Boomerang. Talk to us.
What up, Stainless? Close this bitch down.
Yo, man. I mean, we all know this is just an opinion show, man. And I want to thank all the callers who called in. But more importantly, I want to thank you two guys for staying on this motherfucker. I know it's almost 12 noon Eastern because it's almost 11 here. You know what I'm saying? And y'all guys been going for 3, almost 4 hours, man. So I just wanted to say thanks for that, man. I appreciate the love. Y'all gonna always have my support. You know what I'm saying? Now, as I always say, and this is for all y'all in the chat, all y'all listening, you know what I'm saying? Because you can still jump on YouTube afterwards, man. Please make sure that you push the thumbs up and share this and every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. Because this is TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, I'm sorry. But that's because you stupid. That shit only like $3 to get on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Big up to El Camino.
NO Boomerang.
What up, NO?
Get off that Bluetooth, man. It sounded like you're in a windstorm. Can't hear you. You on mute. You gotta unmute. On the Skype. Unmute on your Skype first.
Yo, Nis, how my
audio? All right. You still hear all that wind?
Nah, we hear you.
Good. Yeah, man. Look, shout out to my dude Stainless. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? All the other callers. Brandon Ruiz. You hear me? Info Joe, where you at, baby? I mean, where you at, dog? You gotta call in more, you hear me? The shout out. But look, man, bro, that boy Floyd full of like I've been saying this shit for a long time, bro. Leonard Ellaby, he crazy, floor full of shit. And it's like, I don't even know what their goal is over there, bro. I mean, y'all gonna duck all the smoke. And how you gonna build his career like that? I don't get it. I don't see what the blueprint is like it did, cause Tank can fight his ass off, bro. But what's the use of having soldiers if you're not gonna use them? You hear me? That's how I look at the shit, dog. It's like Tank might fuck one of these dudes up, but I never knew. You know what I'm saying? I never knew, dog. Cause he gonna have the man sitting and waiting. The man gonna be 45-0 with nobody on his resume, dog. He just gonna be trying to get a big man the way Floyd moving him, bro. And Floyd don't care. Floyd ain't come up like that, so why he doing that?
All right, that is everybody, Mike. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody that joined us on the live chat, everybody that called in, everybody that hit that thumbs up button in the future, present, past. It helps with the visibility of the show, helps the show get in front of new callers, new fans to call in and defend, their fight. Listen, Thursday is prediction day. We'll be doing a big prediction show at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So don't forget to tune in to that. We'll be covering all this weekend's fights plus news and notes. We are a 7-day-a-week show. We go live every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel right here. Hit that notification bell so you can get that notification every time we do go live, because we do go live multiple times a day. I am Nesta Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. I want to thank everybody that hit us with a super chat. Obviously, that goes to ensure that Mike is paid in full. We need to get more, though, so we could have done that live fight chat together the way that it should be. But we will be doing a betting show on Friday because there is some bets to make with all the fights that are out there. But yeah, man.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. And big ups for everybody who called in, and big ups for everybody who joined every morning, man. We really do appreciate it. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up and follow me on YouTube at Mike on Sports. Check out my reaction to the kickball or the football or soccer, whatever y'all call that shit. And I did a rugby reaction. Also NFL, NBA updates daily. So peace out.
Peace.